more flex than a bodybuilding contest. Bank account look like Kangaskhan's war chest. All the gorgeous horse for the foreheads on my lap. We can work it out, you get more reps. It's a short bet, fast as a Corvette. Ask about the long term, hit him with a short text. K, up and away, what you want me to say? Fucking out, feet to say. Leave it to the people with the swag of a meter maid. Weatherman told you that I'm coming with the heat today. Ha, over the top, my crew get WC our own stock. Since inception, hoes wanna jock, but in the end, all of us are focused on the top. I've been through it, used to struggle, kept it moving, Cupid shuffle. I don't mean to brag about it, nothing that I do is subtle. Oops, you in trouble, left the booth reduced to rubble. Get up when I trip and stumble, quick reminder, bitch, be humble.
I've been through it, used to struggle, kept it moving, Cupid shuffle. I don't mean to brag about it, nothing that I do is subtle. Oops, you in trouble, left the booth reduced to rubble. Get up when I trip and stumble, quick reminder, bitch, be humble.
Game, run around town, I speak slang. Run around wild, I'm coming down, looking out, look at my fresh. You don't wanna bump my shit, no stress. I've been doping, I stay needed. 1, 2, 3, 4 phones stay beeping. You ain't gotta like me speaking, cause I know I'm such a heathen. I'm floating through the deep end. I stay up late and sleeping. I bake more cake and cut thick steak. I'm super great, I'm the man. He want to hate, but he can't. He see me skating deep.
Ahoy, laddies.
Oi, bruv.
Oi, bruv. Is that what we're doing today?
Oi, matey. Yeah, I'm moving to the UK. I'm going to join Rogue and MCD, living in Rogue's mom's bathroom. So,
Do you think they have more than one bathroom or just two bathrooms?
They've got to at least have a Harry Potter closet. You know, like they've got something over there. Probably
Maybe you'll come out with
pub.
maybe you'll come out with a lightning bolt and some Austin Powers and a wooden stick.
Oh man, that would be dope. If there's one thing this receding hairline needs is a giant lightning scar.
There you go. Is it appropriate if you're a wizard to just walk around and ask chicks, do they want to take a look at your stick? In these days and times, the year 2024, I guess with the presidential change, that might also be changed. But
I mean, you can grab by the pussy. You can do anything if you're famous. You can do anything if you're a wizard.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wizards, we got some magical music to listen to tonight from our Discord community, of course. I'm sure it's all wonderful and great. Lots of 10s will be given out tonight. Nothing lower than a 7. I'm absolutely, positively 5% certain of that.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty certain for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit more forward-thinking and positive outlooks. Hopefully, the 5% threshold is that sweet spot of goodness.
Sweet, sweet goodness. Absolutely.
What else? Something else happened. Oh yeah, Halloween passed. We're into November now. October's over. Basketball season is upon us. Football season is midway.
How much do you care about the NBA, Dice? I know you like basketball, but as a casual fan, do you watch games?
Yeah. If I'm not like preoccupied with something where I wouldn't be able to sit down and watch a game, I'll turn it on and watch it. But usually if it's like a blowout by halfway through, then yeah, I'm flipping to something else and, finding other activities, but I'll watch a good game.
Is there a specific team you follow, or is it just like if NBA is on, I got to watch it?
If NBA's on, I'm watching it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Being a Washington State, Seattle-ish, Seattle-lite native, it hurts my soul so much. Any professional sports team. Sonics, they got fucking shot into the moon. Mariners, they exploded Griffey, A-Rod, Randy John. They exploded the people I love, so it's like, fuck you guys.
You still got the Seahawks.
The Seahawks have been garbage boo-boo forever, minus 1 or 2 years when they had Marshawn Lynch and
Pete Carroll.
Pre-Sierra Russell Wilson.
Pre-Sierra Russell Wilson, was that better than Sierra Russell Wilson?
Oh, yeah. Once he got like a little bit of street cred, then he started like putting a chain on and doing TikToks and be like, howdy doody, folks. And you're like, oh, fuck this guy, this cornball.
You're saying once he got him a little bit of vagina, he became less cool?
Yeah, I think it's the only man that's ever happened to. Like a very beautiful woman gave herself sexually to him, and he's like, "Boy, howdy!"
Come on, man.
He
Come
cried,
on.
"Boy, howdy!"
Come on. You're supposed to be happy for the guy, right? Supposed to celebrate his wins, and
She
Sierra
was
is a win.
supposed to be mine.
Sounds a little jealous.
Maybe it's coming from a place of hate. Could be
That's
that.
okay. I support that kind of jealousy when somebody like Sierra is involved.
Yeah.
All right, you schmucks. Let's get rocking and rolling tonight. Obviously, we are without Nikki. Nikki will be back whenever Nikki's back. We don't keep track of people like that, so don't ask me where Nikki's at. If you ask me later in the show because you missed the intro, I'm gonna just ignore you. And
Oh yeah. I'm not. I'm gonna roast you. Be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody miss the first 5 minutes of our banter?"
yeah.
Too bad.
So you hope you get my reaction and not Bird's, and you get called out.
Yeah.
All right. If anybody is new here, we listen to music that is posted in our Discord community. We start with the subscribers on Twitch and the one YouTube member that we have, which is the Fallen Dove, happens to be subscribed in both places. For some reason, they have at least $10 of disposable income to dispose on us. Listen to your tracks. Give it a rating 1 through 10. Give it some poo sandwich feedback, a little bit of positive, a little bit of negative. Close it out with a little bit of positive, and hope you send yourself on your way and never bother us again unless you got another good track.
Before we get into it, what do you think the best condiment for poo sandwich would be?
I mean, it's got to be semen.
And that's how Donald Trump was born.
I mean, if you're already eating poo, might as well get some jizz on there, right?
Yeah. Yep. And that's the magical world of Harry Potter.
That's how we start this next presidential run. Shit and jizz. After we listen to the subscribers, then we'll listen to the free queue. So you don't have to pay to get us to give you some feedback, but you do have to wait. If at any given point you are tired of waiting, or you have more than one track that you would like us to listen to, you can see some instructions scrolling down here at the bottom. You can tip or gift a subscription. I would highly suggest just subscribing if you're not a subscriber. I don't know why people just gift a sub and then come back and gift it again. And then we'll listen to you right away. Ray says he would have gone with Mayo.
Honestly, I agree with Ray. I feel like Mayo makes anything better.
Even shit.
I mean, it's anything. I mean, eating shit itself, gross, sure. Eating shit with mayo, maybe slightly less gross.
I can't agree with that at all. I mean, I'm
I'm not
mayo.
suggesting you do it. I'm just saying it's better than raw shit.
I'm not a mayo fan at all. So like the combination of the two, you might as well just throw it in my face. What's the point of eating it?
This is the difference between us.
Yeah, one of us is not willing to eat shit and mayo, and the other is like,
A little mayo shit.
I'm already in this predicament. Just slap some mayo on it. Make it work.
Slap some mayo on it.
I like your can-do attitude, Bird. You and Ray.
Absolutely.
All right. Who do we got first? I should probably already be prepared. Obviously, I am doing my job well. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Oh, the Fallen Dove. That's how we're going to start the show.
That's how.
Okay.
Good sandwich.
All right, Hayden. Got two here. I'm not going to play them both back to back. I'm going to play one and then let some other folks in the subscriber queue get a little love, and then we'll play the other one. So the first one is called I Need You, produced by Wayne. Who's Wayne? Did you see the Louisiana footage? Hot Boys reunion?
What?
Little Wayne's Fest in New Orleans. Yeah, the Hot Boys got back together, went and performed all their classics on stage live.
Wow.
Fresh out of jail, fresh with dirty dreadlocks and whatnot, but dressed very nicely.
Who was in jail of the Hot Boys?
BG was in jail for like the last 12 years. Turk was in jail for like 10 years, but he's been out for a while. But BG just got out last year.
What were they doing in jail? Fill me in with the pop culture.
I don't know whether when I say this with all due respect because I love all of these gentlemen. They were a very quintessential part of my upbringing, but it sounds like a lot of gay sex.
Wait.
In a masculine way.
So that's not gonna land him in jail, though.
No, that was when they were in jail.
Okay, so
you're
saying through the grapevine, you've heard they were not gonna let their dick go dry.
That's what Turk said. He was on what's Nori's Drink Champs. He was on Drink Champs, and they were like, "Well, how did you get through prison?" He was like, "I was fucking."
Fucking.
And he's like, not on no gay shit, but you know, when you're locked up for a long time, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, I'm just curious what landed them there in the first place.
Oh, you meant what landed them in there, not what they were doing in there. Oh,
yeah.
Well, BG was witness tampering and related to like some drug or gun possession charges, and then Turk was locked up when he shot at federal officers who were raiding his house, thinking that he was distributing, I think, heroin or cocaine or something like that.
Legends.
Yeah.
I had a BG CD or two.
Oh, I had all of them. Loved them. I always struggle with, was BG really my second favorite or was it Lil Wayne? But Juvenile was always my first.
I mean, that's a silly comparison.
All right, whatever.
Moving on.
All right. What's up, Savant? Welcome, Fallen Dove and Ray Stans and Low Brian. We're about to get rocking and rolling. No more of the prison talk. Enough of that.
I was fucking.
I mean, I'll find the clip and I'll post it in the lounge later, but that's literally what he said. And he stood up and he was very adamant about what he was doing. And of course, Nori was went silent. Like, is this a joke or are you for real? He was dead serious.
That's funny.
Got to do what you got to do when there's no coochie.
I love that he was just owning it. He was like, yeah, like he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to.
I think when you get out of prison after that long and you're involved in that kind of stuff, you gotta get ahead of the rumors, right? Like, because there's gonna be some other guys who are locked in with you. They get out and they're gonna tell their people, like, yeah, I know what he was doing in there. So you gotta get ahead of it. Like, yeah, I was doing it, but this is why I was doing it.
Cool.
All right. Christmas. Sure. Not right now. Shut them down.
Oh, yeah. You're not getting Christmas this year, buddy.
Certainly Christmas is coming, but it's still November.
No,
all right.
Christmas ain't coming. Not this year. You're done. No more Christmases.
That's crazy talk. All right. What did I say? The Fallen Dove, Hayden X. Okay, I Need You is the first one. All right, let's take a listen to this and see what happens.
I always tell you the truth. We met recently, I wish we met in our youth. Your needs of you, my boo. It's so easy to say I love you. I just wanna hug you, I need you. You took my heart, it was like a seizure. And you're amazing at the procedure. I always need her, I need her. Trying to figure out how to steal her. Smoking a pound of booth, feeling great. Always on the move, it's past 8. You're the one of my desire. You make me feel like my heart's on fire. Going crazy for you, I'm on the spire. With you I feel so much higher. You're the one of my desire. You make me feel like my heart's on fire. Going crazy for you, I'm on the spire. With you I feel so much higher. see you every day, it isn't enough. I wish we could do more stuff. Voices in my head telling me good luck. Voices in my head telling me tough luck. Sometimes we all need a return to love. Sometimes we need a return to trust. You're the only person I don't feel lust for. You're the only person I feel real love for. Yeah, the only person, yeah, person. Yeah, the one of my desire. You make me feel like my heart's on fire. Go crazy for you, I'm on the spire. With you I feel so much higher. Yeah, the one of my desire. You make me feel like my heart's on fire. Go crazy for you, I'm on the fire. With you I feel so much higher.
All right, that was The Fallen Dove with I Need You. I don't know what the auto tune is really doing for you here. I think that you're more on beat than a lot of other tracks that you've been on, but I don't know that the auto tune, for two reasons, is it just sounds extra robotic, and the other reason is the melodies, the tones that you're hitting are just kind of like all over the place. I don't know that there's any real rhyme or reason to like you going high and you going low in comparison to the beat, because it's almost like you're making up your own melody and then the beat's got its melody. So not that it sounds like wildly offensive or anything, but like you're kind of just doing your own melodies that don't necessarily vibe with the beat, if that makes sense. Like you're not even trying to capture the essence of the melodies that the beat goes on. You're just like da 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 da. Like you're doing your own thing and the beat's doing something else. So, you know, I would say like when you're doing stuff like that, ask yourself, are you like performing along with the beat, or you just want to just do your own thing? In which case I would say, I don't know. I just feel like it's just out of place for this particular track. And then the hanging of the notes at the end of the hook, I feel like that was unnecessary. And then the long pause between the two verses almost cut the song off because I thought it was done. Make sure you fill that space in. I would give this song a 4.5.
Wow. My initial feedback is this was holistically unpleasant. The tones were just grating, and I think that from a technical perspective, the auto-tune did you no favors. It hurt you here, and the layers of your backing melodies, you need to turn those down way lower, because when everything's going on at the same time, it's just a fucking mess. It's just clashing. You're in the middle of duh while you're trying to say other things. It's too much going on. And yeah, performance, flow, got to get that emotion in there. Say it every week. I really, really didn't like this one. While it was more on beat than some, I hated the way it sounded. I'm going to give you a 2.
All right. Next up, Noir. JID, J. Cole type beat. This one is called Love Language. Could you show the show? Oh, yeah. Hold on. He had an EP cover. Let's give that a quick look-see daisy.
Finally, something to rate outside of music. Absolutely.
All right. Let me open this up here like so. And then let me share this doohickey here. What button do I press? This one?
Don't show us your doohickey.
Come on. You know you want to see.
Family
right.
stream.
Here is the doohickey in question.
Mm.
Zoom in just a little bit, maybe. Nope, that's as far as I can go.
I'll be honest, I kind of like it. The only issues that I have with it is I feel like you got to have your name and the name of it, right? Like you got to name the EP and then put your name up there. I do think that the rose is coming out of the moon a little weird. Like it just doesn't look like that's really filled in, but it's kind of like goofy and cartoony in a fun way. So I'm with it. I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I don't mind this. You know, I've never been too strong for or against the wording on covers because sometimes it works, but I agree with Bird here. I think having something that people can attach to you would help because typically like a cover with no lettering on it, you're going to know the artist because the artist is more well known. But if you're kind of coming up, it kind of struggle with those. You need some sort of context. I think especially with something artsy like this. So I would say, you know, even if it's more obscure, you know, slap your name on here somewhere or at least the title of it. That way people know what it is that they're looking at. I think it's cool. Probably a little overkill on the number of celestial bodies out there, but I guess when there are no bright lights on Earth disrupting the beauty of nature, that's what it looks like, right?
Dude, that's fucking deep, man.
That's right, man. Going deep today. I give this a 7.5 too. I think it's different, right? You know, you look at it and you'll remember seeing something like this. So if somebody tried to copy this, be like, you know what? Fallen Dove already did that. You're a loser.
You're a loser. Don't copy. That's what losers do.
That's what losers do. Let's see if Noir is a loser and check out the beat called Love Language.
Excellent transition. I can't get the image of like bleeding goats out of my head.
Eating goats?
Bleating goats. Like,
All right, that was Love Language produced by Noir. Ray stands in the chat talking some smack. What did you think, Bird?
the effects on the vocals were interesting. I think it was a good groove. I liked the drums. There was something off about the vocals that I wanted them to be a little bit like more authentic versus like kind of the higher pitch, the pitched up chipmunk. Yeah, it did remind me of like that Taylor Swift where it's like, I knew you were trouble, and then the goat's like, meh! Like kind of what it reminded me of, and maybe that's why I couldn't.
Maybe I need to get more familiar with Taylor Swift's catalog to know about these bleeding goats.
It was an internet meme from like 10 years ago. So this is a deep cut. This is only in my insane brain.
Gotcha.
Nonetheless, the point stands. I wanted like maybe not an effect on the vocals. I think it would have made them a little bit more poppy with it. But overall, like I liked the strings. I liked the vibe of it. I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Yeah. I think I kind of agree with Ray when he said there needed to be some shake. I think like there was some sort of percussion that would have helped give it a little bit more groove, or maybe just the intention is that the artist kind of fills that out. Definitely one of those beats where you have to be vocally entertaining. Like you can't just get on here and do rapidy raps. Like you have to have a little bit more of a dynamic delivery, kind of like a Ludacris or a Busta Rhymes. Or even like Timothy Lamb, if I'm using somebody more local to the Discord. Like you have to have that kind of vocal element where you kind of like can get really animated or dial it back and keep things interested. But I could definitely hear some shakers on here to kind of shake things up, pun intended. But I agree. I think I'm at it like a 7.5. I think I would also agree with what you said about the vocals not necessarily being so high pitched. I could hear them a little bit more authentic to their original speed and enjoying this probably a little bit more. So I agree. I think I'm in the same spot. 7.5 for me. Ray with the 6.5. All right, Ray. Hard Stone Cold Steve Ray in the chat tonight. Cracking open beers.
Badass nickname. I mean, to be fair, like I kind of like what we did last time, where somebody tips, we give them a nickname, because sure, sloppy sidewalks sloppies, yeah, but street meat, that shit is fire.
Could go for some street meat right about now.
Shout out Rogue Jepson, aka Street Meat.
Gross. Yeah, shout out Rogue. He started a new job recently. He is, I think, adjusting to somewhat American hours based on his working schedule, something of that nature. Which he already lived American hours anyway. I don't know what big of a deal it is, but anywho, next up, more producers, dog tags, snakes. Ray says 7.5 with shakers, 6.5 without. Shakers really that deal breaker for you, Ray? It's a driving factor. Okay. Let's see if Dog Tags has some shakers in here. There might not be any drums, but there may be some shakers.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
Had me worried there for a second.
does sound like a porn parody. This
All right,
part,
that was Snakes by Dog Tags.
really quick, that last part, that was the best part, right? Like that fucking sample with the drums that like faded out real quick. Instead of the like blank space of the fucking kind of emptiness that led into it, cut that shit out, put that ending piece in. That is your chorus. The thing that I struggle with this beat is just the song structure, right? I think there was good drums, it had good melody, sampling was fire. Yeah, drums, great, imagined. But then it kind of lost steam. It was like, all right, what do we do now? We've got our little loop. What else? Well, the what else is that sample at the end. That's a perfect change of pace. Boom. After 16 bars, put that in there, and then you can just loop that same loop again, and boom, you got a track. That's the difference between like, wow, I did a thing, I got some samples, added some drums to it, versus like, oh, here's an actual beat that someone can do something with and make a full track. That being said, I like the choices you had here outside of the strong structure. Sounded good. I'm going to give it an 8.
I hated that last part. I hated whatever that change up was at the end. I didn't really hear enough of that like last 5 seconds to know whether I felt as warm and fuzzy inside as you did, but I definitely hated when that last section came on and it was just abstractly different.
That section sucked. Play that last 5 seconds though. I swear to God, if you just take out the sucky part and then just did that instead, money.
I don't know. It's just not enough there. But I can see your point. Like maybe if it was expanded upon, I could like envision it in the middle of it. That said, like the rest of the beat, I found myself thinking this is more of an R&B beat. It's not a hip hop beat. So like I feel like it needs an R&B singer or like new soul type singer. I don't think it's made for hip hop. In which case, I like where it's headed. If your intention is to get West Side Gun in it, talking about boop 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 and all the other stuff, then I hate it. If you're getting somebody singing soulfully, trying to seduce your mistress or whatever else, then yeah, I love it. But I still feel like it kind of is just slow rolling it out. I almost feel like Dog Tags needs to work with a singer or a songwriter to have actual demos over his beats because they're so bare bones sometimes that you really need to have a vision of what his vision is. Just lost Bird. He'll be back. Welcome back, Bird.
Hey!
Hey. Yeah, that was the like loneliest 5 seconds of the show so far. But yeah, I feel like he just maybe with some beats that are more like this where they're just kind of open-ended, if he partners with somebody to kind of put some sort of here's what this would sound like with a person on it, then I think it would go a long way. That said, I'll give this a 7.
Sonny Leray.
All right. I'm going to play the Fallen Doves next track, and then we have a track from All Savant and Ray Stans up next in the subscriber queue. Let's see, Fallen Doves' second track is called Bite.
Bite it.
It says the first track or the second track is better than the first one. Ooh. Should I be excited?
I'm excited.
Are you excited? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
I'm like a 5.5. I'm usually at a 5. This just picked me up just a little bit.
All right, let's see if we can meet that 5.5 expectation.
Konnichiwa, you know. my flight or fight. Girl, you make my heartbeat rise. And there's a cafe, let's get a bite. White OT like a color purple, slow and steady wins a race like a turtle. I am uncertain, but I'm certain you're hurting, and I'm unaware of what's behind the curtain. And there's all these secrets that I'm blurting. Tables are turning, the tides are churning. I'm in hell burning, eternal damnation. Demons gripping me, internal devastation. Is it me that you despise? You activate my flight or fight. Girl, you make my heartbeat rise. And there's a cafe, let's get a bite.
I don't know, to be honest. I just love you so much, it's hard to say and express. Yeah. Please come back into my life, I'm a big mess.
Is it me that you despise? You activate my flight or fight. Girl, you make my heartbeat rise. And there's a cafe, let's get a bite. Is it me that you despise? You activate my flight or fight. Girl, you make my heartbeat rise. And there's a cafe, let's get a bite.
That was Bite by the Fallen Dove. Here's the thing I want to point out. Right here.
Me internal debate, my flight or break your heart is cafe.
I just love you so much, it's hard to say.
This short little interlude where you're talking, it sounds more natural in delivery than you actually like delivering your lyrics. Like, just listen to how like natural your speech sounds.
Express. Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I just love you so much, it's hard to say.
Like, I think you need to kind of like process this a little bit more. It's like when you're just talking normally, it just sounds more natural and authentic. When you're trying to deliver your lyrics, it sounds very robotic because I think you're concentrating so hard on being on beat that you just don't even breathe between words. You're like, here's the thing, I'm doing this, dot, dot, dot. It's just so robotic and paced that it just feels unnatural. And when you just stop for a moment and you're just talking and you're not even thinking about that stuff, it just feels more authentic and listenable. Not to say that this song wasn't listenable, but like it feels more listenable as music and not necessarily like I'm being forced to perform this song. So yes, this sounds better than the other song, but I think the thing that's struggling here is it just feels like, you know, somebody's holding you at gunpoint and saying, read these lyrics on beat or else. And you've never even seen the lyrics before, so you're just like pacing yourself with each and every word, just trying to make sure you don't mess up. So you got to get away from the gunpoint delivery and just be yourself, like as if you were having a conversation. I think this is what we said, you know, a couple weeks ago, is like just talk normally. So I would give this one a 5.
Yep, agreed. I mean, for what it's worth, I agree. I think this one is better than the first one. I have said a similar version of exactly what Dice said. The same applies here, right? It's just too robotic. The auto-tune, again, doing you no favors. You can't talk all in the same tone. You gotta have some emotion, have some feeling. Put that shit into the music, because at the end of the day, what is music if not a beep boop way of making people feel things? I'll give it a 4.
Shout out to Beat Boops. I don't know why I did that. Just felt natural. Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, All Savant. Freestyle season. Okay.
Free.
This is 2 minutes and 17 seconds long. So just kind of preparing ourselves for the duration here.
Well, at least Ray was on this, right? Ray's on this?
No, this is just All Savant. Ray has his own track after this.
Oh. I was going to say, Ray will fill in any blanks, but...
Oh, yeah. Ray will rap from the 3 second mark to the 2 minute and 16 second mark. Getting Burger King, what do y'all want? I want a number 1 ketchup only and a strawberry milkshake regular size, please.
I don't even know what they have at Burger King.
Jesus
I'd say, what is that? Flame grilled broiler? I've seen a commercial for that.
Flame grilled Whoppers.
Well, their meat is always burnt and the shit sucks. Always pickles in all the burgers. Get them out of here.
No pickles. Just say no pickles. That you deserve that. You deserve to be booted from the show for the Burger King slander. I will not have Burger King disrespect on the show while I'm here. How dare you?
I honestly, this disgusted me so much I had to leave, and then I thought better of it. I was like, you know what? I shouldn't leave Dice hanging just because he likes pickles.
I mean, I don't eat pickles on my burger. I request no pickles, but I understand that sentiment because when I was growing up and McDonald's used to like chop onions as tiny as possible just to infuriate you. And then even if they made a mistake and they put like a few on it, it was just so excruciatingly annoying to pick all the little onion pieces off. I can understand, like, you get a pickle on there, it's the rest of your day is ruined.
Oh yeah. I've literally taken what I thought was a plain cheeseburger from McDonald's, was like, oh, it has
and it's all in the
pickles. Cheese. Yeah, it's like it's sunken in there. Yeah. I literally threw that shit on the ground. I was like, fuck that. Not in the McDonald's, but in like the street. I was like, fuck that. Birds ate it. Don't
ask me to pick little tiny chopped onions out of my burger and be happy with it. I will be infuriated.
100%.
All right, here's All Savant freestyle season. Let's go.
She just want the death of me. And I could really tell I wasn't the other bitch. Check for it. I nearly fell in debt for it. I know, but that's just really enough for it. Baby, don't let me sleep. Cause when I do, it comes all down. Think I need a piece of. Cause these days shit don't work now. You bother my verb now. I was team me back, boy. These time in me bird. Don't let me down. I said, don't let me down.
No.
You fucking didn't.
You did.
Some did. What is that? Could do this, da-da. But then it all, da-da. Oh, then she said, I'm down.
Gang, 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 gang.
Shout out Aiden Capelot for the follow. That was it? What?
Coming back, baby. He's back.
Yeah,
absolutely, Aiden.
Oh my God.
Send it.
That was it too.
Never did these songs. And if I did, I was bleeding out. Don't need my riches, I just need love. Need them pictures, I just need them. Drown myself in a river of melody. Ain't all on my belt, you don't know our memories. Talk about love, talk about done, talk about I'm done, I'm lost.
All right, that was All Savant with freestyle season, a medley of whatever seems to be sitting on his hard drive. What did you think of that, Bird?
So here's my unvarnished first opinion. That first song was fire. I was like, this is sure. Could there be more melodies? Like anything other than just one layer over the beat? Yes. I was going to comment on that. But realistically, I was like, I want to give it a 10. I'll give it a 9 because there's like so little effort put into it. But it sounds good. I fucking love this. And then it ended after 15 seconds. And I thought, that sucks. That's what I was expecting. Every song after that, fucking trash. Throw it in the garbage. I hated it. But the first one was amazing, and that saved you from, a fucking 3. I'll give you a 5 average because it was going to be a 9-10 for for the first one. And then everything else was you just making noises over garbage beats for 10 seconds and then moving on to the next. I'm out. I'm out of that. First one, keep going with that. 5.
I'm at like a 3.5. I agree. The first one was dope. I would have loved to just be like, yo, this is great. You just need more layers, more pizzazz here and there, more jazz hands over here. And then after that, I think we heard 2 straight things where like the second track, I only heard vocals coming in this direction. I have 4 speakers surrounding me. I only heard vocals coming like far away over here. And then I didn't hear any actual words, just like somebody masturbating over in the corner, moaning to themselves. That's basically what I felt like I was forced to listen to, is like you turned on some music, had your own little self-soothing session, and I had to listen to you ejaculate. Did not like.
I mean, this is kind of his form of jerking off. Like, it's not for us. This is for him when he has like 10-second songs.
Yeah. The third track, same thing, except I didn't hear any vocals at all. It's just like you humming or moaning very low volume wise. And then the last one, I didn't really like it. Wasn't for me. Wish you would not play an ensemble of songs and just do one at a time, more than 30 seconds long and with more than one layer, but maybe for Christmas. So I'm at
If I could ask for one Christmas, do a full song of the first thing you had there. That would make my life. That'd be great.
Do more than one layer.
That too.
Do 2 layers, 3 layers maybe. Mix it. EQ, compression, something, reverb, delays. I don't.
That's nerd shit. That's nerd shit. Let's start off with the easy steps of like, okay, go from 30 seconds to maybe a minute and a half. Just literally triple what you did and then call it good. On the same.
I feel like the barrier to entry for music is so low that we're just like lowering the bar for what we just want to like. Just give us a minute. Like, is that what we've come to, asking for a minute of song?
Please, sir, can I have 1 minute of song? Please, 1 more minute.
Oh God. No, we don't have a genre preference here. So if you want us to listen to it, we will take a gander.
That's like male and female songs.
What do you mean by that?
Songs from males and females.
Oh, duh. Yeah, that makes sense.
No gender preference.
Yeah, no gender preference here. All right. We're now going to play. Looks like we have no tips, no gifted subs, no new subscribers. So we're now going to play the last thing in the subscriber queue. This is by Ray Stans featuring me, myself.
What?
So we'll take a listen to that, and then we'll get on to the free queue.
We gonna freak you.
This is called Told Myself.
It's time. You good.
You know my flow's so fabulous. Think y'all too slow on the abacus. My rap go rap like a rabbit. I'm point so sharp like a cactus. Fact is beat so sick and you know that it click with the boys in the block when they hit and I lick, and the girls in the gym when they step to the rack and they squat to the ground and they making it thick. My squad come round and they lighten you up. Pen of the pine from the end of the 9, showing you back to the end of the line. Rolling the sag and then I recline. I circle the globe while you circle the drain. You kind of an Urkel, you know what I'm saying? The bell didn't ring and you already slain. Are you insane? We all the same. I pack that shit like a U-Haul. Break that rack like a cue ball. Ain't got no time for you all. Keep playing the back like a goofball. Who called? Who shout? Who sent from me? Who sneak? Who crawl like a centipede? Who eat? Who all in the center me? I'll see you all in a century. Told myself I would quit that shit, but I didn't. Told myself it would go my way. Are you kidding? Told myself I could hit that shit, but I shouldn't. Told myself it was all okay. but it
I
wasn't.
just wanna go back in the days when I had no racks, when I had no stacks, when I had no maps, run it back when I had no daps, when I had no raps. All these people wanna talk like they down, but they never come around. So the frown on my crown increased by the pound. I don't gotta be the king in the town, I don't even gotta sing that loud. You ain't never gonna walk like me, my shoes too deep, my blues too sheesh. So don't even try to talk like me, don't reach, my woes too bleak. You ain't gotta be my road dog, I don't know who done told y'all. Picking up ain't got no claws, picking up so just go off. I'ma stay down from my day one, I don't never back down, I'ma stay up. You ain't gotta ask how I'ma pay up, and I make it look cool as a layup. Hey, I'm on my own, I don't need you on my side now. Locking in my zone, I don't even gotta mind y'all.
Told myself I would quit that shit, but I didn't. Told myself it would go my way. Are you kidding? Told myself I could hit that shit, but I shouldn't. Told myself it was all okay, but it wasn't.
All right, that was Ray Stans Told Myself, featuring myself.
Man, you okay? It's not okay? What could be going on in the world that makes it not okay? I kid. No, this is really good. I think that I really like the beat. Obviously, nice. You did your thing. You got a little Tony, a little tone over it. To Ray Stan specifically, I think that I really like your rap voice. I think you're getting more comfortable on the beat. The one thing I was curious about here, you kind of again kind of fell into sort of doing the same cadence and the same tones, kind of like this up and down. Like if you plotted each tone on like a piano keyboard, right? You have the auto tune and you're just where each tone hit. It almost feels like when you're doing your verses, you go up, down, and just kind of hit each individual word at each individual spot in a very predictable sort of way. And I think that it's not bad. This is probably nitpicking, but I think that the next step for you is figuring out how to kind of be less predictable with the cadences and maybe more just kind of go from having that good delivery to the great delivery. If that makes sense. But
yeah, I think that's been kind of my feedback as well. Is I want to listen to a Ray Stans verse where I can't predict how the cadence will go throughout the duration of the verse. Keep me guessing. Maybe you stop somewhere. Maybe you get really low. Maybe you get really hyped up. I can see what you're saying. It's you can plot it out.
Map it out. Yeah.
You can map it out and say, okay, he's gonna do. Even if you don't know
that shit, but I hate that shit.
Yeah, even if you don't know lyrically where it's going, you can see like you said, like you can kind of picture how it's going to sound after about 4 lines into it.
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing. It's just something to think about as you're creating your rhymes. And also, I would say this for anybody that submits that is kind of wondering about deliveries and stuff. I think that, Googling persuasive speeches, right? It's part emotion and part tone. And I think once you have a good grasp of both of those and you get comfortable with them, then you can start talking in all sorts of ways, and that's what really connects with the audience is when you're passionately saying whatever it is over a beat with emotion. But shout out. Good talk. I'll give it a solid 7.5.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of appealed to me about this verse is it felt a little bit more like Ray coming into his own and not feeling, forced lyrically or delivery wise. So, there wasn't an obtuse amount of multi-syllable words. And, even though the flow was kind of tame, it fit the beat. It didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel, oh, he's just doing this to show off his unique vocabulary and all that stuff. It just felt like it matched the tone. So that's what appealed to me about this track. So before I put myself on it, I gave it a 7.5 as well.
Before I let you go, though, Ray, Abacus? I forgot until fucking Dice said something. It was like, Abacus? Come on, man. Abacus? Get the fuck out. Who do you know uses an abacus? I understand.
My son uses an abacus.
Get the fuck. Tell that nerd to go fucking play Pokemon.
He needs
to
to do
Egypt and then put yourself in a tomb, you pharaoh fuck.
He needs to do it for his math homework. When he's doing the addition, I'm like, man, bust out the abacus, and he's got little beads and moves them over.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Why are you such an abacus hater?
Get the fuck out. It doesn't exist in 2024.
No.
It's a fake thing only used by Egyptians. I will give you a shout out though that you didn't fall into the mattress actress. Like you were going down. I was like, oh, don't do it. But you missed it. You avoided that.
Funny you should point out that word. The one word that he called out to me that I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is like Brabus. I'm like, what the fuck is Brabus?
Fuck.
And then
that was another one.
He had to show me like, oh, it's these people who basically soup up already expensive cars, and I'm like, can they do that to a Mitsubishi Outlander?
What about a Mazda 3?
Can I get like a beefed up Outlander that costs more than the car I paid for?
Yeah, put a fucking fish tank in the trunk. Why not,
dude? Pimp my ride. Bring it back. 2025. Pimp my ride,
dude. Absolutely.
I feel sorry for those people who ended up on that show and then exhibit like totally like goofed up their car to the point to where it was both unusable and unsellable. Because it's like literally like I got like a cooking machine. I got a stove in the back of my car. Who wants this? Nobody. And any logical like food cart delivery service is not looking for a Pinto with a stove in the trunk.
I mean, how is that not a...
Yeah, damn it, Bird. Come back. Did I catch your mixed additions? What did you add on there, Ray? Tell me what did you do? What mix additions? Did you add some humming? Did you put humming? There was humming in the hook that I took off of there. I'm like, I can't tune this to work. I don't know what to do with this. Had to sit there for like 10 minutes listening to Ray hum. And there's like 8 layers of it too. It wasn't just a couple of hums. There's a lot of humming. Car noise.
Nice.
I'll have to go back and listen to that. Will, you submitted something on the 31st? We're just now getting to, well, we got one more. Hayden just sent in a tip for a video, and then we're going to listen to the free cue. So, yes, Aiden, if you put it in November feedback, then yes, we got it. After this next song, I will probably close the queue, but anything that's before I close it is fair game. The 30th? Wait, what's today? Yeah, it should be in there, Will. We got you. Oh, Robbie, you sent a skip? All right, got you. All right, so we got Hayden first, and then we got Rob right after that. All right, let me load this stuff up. Stop yammering about Pimp My Ride. All right, this is called Let's Go. Is this a music video, Hayden? The hell is this? Oh, God, it is. All right, Bird. You like
Let's
video.
Go!
Calm down. Calm down. You haven't seen the video yet.
I already know it's going to be fire.
Okay. All right. Bold proclamation by Bird here. All right.
Anything else?
Here is Hayden X. This is called Let's Go.
Hey. Yeah.
I called it. I love this.
Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, ayy, let's go, yeah, let's go, yeah, let's go, ayy, let's go, ayy, let's go. Drowning in the night, drowning in the night. I gotta be cared straight from my blight. Let's end our lives, yeah, let's end our lives. Doing 100, blown past stop signs. Ayy, let's go, let's go, ayy, let's go, ayy, let's go, let's go, ayy, let's go, ayy, let's go, ayy, let's go. Doing it so get blashed and I'm bleeding from my nose. There's blood on my clothes. Getting so hot, it's like someone turned on a stove. Driving so reckless in the ditch I drove in for my breakfast, clutching on my necklace. Check my wrist for the watch VVS. Phone with the dual screen like a 2DS. I ain't do this alone, I'm so blessed. Let's go,
Fire.
let's go,
Shut up.
yeah, check the price. Yeah, always looking nice. Drowning in the night, drowning in the night. I gotta be here straight from my blight. Let's end our lives, yeah, let's end our lives. Doing 100, blown past stop signs. Drowning in the night, drowning in the night. I gotta be here straight from my blight. Let's end our lives, yeah, let's end our lives. Doing 100, blown past stop signs.
Okay. Shout outs. Okay.
Huge
All right.
fan.
Go ahead.
Look at this. I'm a huge fan. Look at that shit. See, that is how you do music right. Everyone take notes. The Hayden X has spoken. This
Let's end our
undeniably-
lives.
Yeah, let's all fucking kill ourselves to that song. If I was to ever end my life, allegedly, I would do it to that song, allegedly.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, going through stop signs, a lot of good content in there. I don't like how you used blight as a rhyming word. Ray Stans has been having a bad effect on you in your young mind. Abacus. That's fun. This is the best song I've heard from you, and the video made it 10 times better. I think there's still a lot to be said about the flow and the delivery and probably the content, but this was fun and I liked it. I'm going to give it a 5.
With all that like hype that you gave it, I thought it was gonna get like at least a 6.
Let's end our lives. Let's end our lives.
I've never seen such. I mean, maybe I have. I would have to like really think about it, but I haven't seen any, heard any, or seen any music videos lately with such a light and airy aura around ending your life. It's like, oh, let's end our lives together. Okay. I was confused by all these celebrity cutouts. I wasn't quite sure, what Miley Cyrus and I think that was Deadpool. What's his name? Got it. Nothing. Yeah, I wasn't sure what their relation to the actual. I don't know why they were there. The video was quirky, if not, I guess, entertaining. So kudos on that. And I think, like Bird said, compared to your other songs, the flow was better, albeit the song questionable. I don't know what else to say. I'll give it a 5 too.
Certified banger.
I wouldn't go that far.
What's up, Korean Jesus?
KJ?
Jesus?
KJ Gunshots.
Karaoke jockey.
Speaking of gunshots, it is time. Oh wait, no, we got one more tip. We got Robbie Mack before we get to the freak.
Rob Mack, Big Ballin' Mac. Let's
Robbie,
get it.
welcome to the community. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Discord. For anybody else that's new here, we are going through the songs that our community has submitted, giving them ratings 1 through 10 and giving them some feedback, doing the subscribers first and tips, and then we're doing the free folks after that, aka the poors. But Robbie is a tipper, big spender, so we're about to listen to Robbie. Hayden, you got another video that Bird's seen? Well, it's up to you what you want to do with that video. I can watch it after the show, or if you feel like watching it during the stream and having other folks, you know what to do. But first up, Robbie's got a track. This is called Something Tells Me. All right, Robbie, if you want to let us know anything else about this track, feel free to drop that in the chat. Where are you from? How long you've been making music? We're going to take a listen to this and then see what we think. We get this fired up. Boom, roasted.
watch me if I'm dreaming. Someone catch me if I'm falling. People change just like the seasons. We all need something to believe in. No one said things would be easy. Everyone has their reasons. I'm right here if you need me. I'm just thankful that I'm breathing. Lately I've been overthinking. Maybe these shoes were made for leaving. Maybe it's just a conversation. I don't want a confrontation. Something tells me that nothing's going to be the same. Lord help me, 'cause lately I'm too stuck in my ways. Someone told me that everyone has to find their way. Something tells me that I just need to get through today. Something tells me that nothing's going to be the same. Lord help me, 'cause lately I'm too stuck in my ways. Someone told me that everyone has to find their way. Something tells me that I just need to get through today. Someone said they heard me screaming. I was fighting with my demons. Sometimes words can be misleading. Something tells me that you're reaching. Somehow I know what you're thinking, even before you start speaking. You should practice what you're preaching. You make the bed that you're sleeping. Sometimes we find strength in weakness. And some people can't keep a secret. No. Something tells me that nothing's going to be the same. Lord help me, 'cause lately I'm too stuck in my ways. Someone told me that everyone has to find their way. Something tells me that I just need to get through today.
All right, that was Something Tells Me by Robbie.
Gang, 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 gang.
Newcomer to the show. What'd you think of that, Bird?
Holy fuck. That was so good. Jesus Christ. Seriously, that was amazing. Great vocals, fun, catchy. I loved it. I think that this is something I would actually go back and listen to again. I would be interested in, once you release that, putting it on a Spotify playlist. I think the small technical kind of suggestions that I would have for this, like, just objectively loved it, great. Now, how can we make it better? I think that the one piece, at times it felt like the guitar was kind of loud comparative to the vocals. It was just kind of, you hear the strings like right in your ear. And as far as, so that's just like a little tweak in the mix. And same thing with the backing vocals. There was so much reverb and it kind of hung in the air sometimes, where they actually complemented your main vocal layers very well. I just think there was maybe a little bit too much, reverb in those that kind of stuck in the air to make, it distracted a little bit from the cleanness of the punch that the chorus was. That being said, lyrics, content, melodies, loved it. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, I thought this was a nice, fresh sound. I like your control over your vocal tones and everything. Straight acoustic. I mean, I do like drums, but I can appreciate the straight up acoustic track, and I think you set the tone really well on it. I do agree with Bird. There were some parts where the reverb did feel a little bit excessive, but I think just overall it did match the style of the track. One thing maybe to consider, maybe adding a little bit of low layers on the hook towards the end just to kind of like fill it out and build up build up some energy, but it just adds some body, you know, so that the hook just doesn't sound the same every time you play the hook. But other than that, I think it was well executed, well performed. And yeah, I kind of agree that the guitar was a little sharp in some parts, but you know, nitpicking, but not a total like showstopper. I would give this an 8. Good first impression as Bird just pieces out. We got to figure out what's happening with Bird's disconnects. Welcome back.
Oh, hey. Yeah, that's on me because I had to go to Robbie Mac SoundCloud and like this shit. Liked and followed, brother.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dallas. I am not in Dallas, but I'm somewhere near Dallas. What up, Joe Boston?
Boston.
BS, I can't get on the Twitch on this Wi-Fi here. Yeah, Joe, they saw you keep watching our shows and they said, blocked. Get back to work, sucker.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Robbie Mac, though.
Shout.
But that's it for all the tips, subscriptions, and everything else. So y'all know what time it is. It is time for us to get on to the broke boys, the people who ain't got $5. The free Q, the poors.
These motherfuckers go into a grocery store and then just lick all the apples and then put them back in the sacks.
Can't even go to McDonald's and get 3 items off of the value menu.
While waiting in line at the post office, they smack the letters out of the people's hands so they can dig in the purse while they bend over.
They go to their Aunt Selma's house and ask to borrow a food stamp, but they never pay it back because they don't got no money to begin with.
Poor key. Let's get it.
All right. I think we're ready.
I think they get it.
Yeah.
I like to do a little the PP7. That's some golden that shit right there.
Yeah, man. Classic. All right, we're on to the meat and butter of the show, the free Q. You ain't got to pay to get our opinions, but you do have to wait. And luckily, the subscriber line was a little short today, so we're about an hour early, actually. So you guys are in luck. You have our full, non-disgruntled attention.
Imagine if Osavon ever made a full song. We could actually like have a fuller subscriber queue, but end it an hour early.
Yeah, maybe one day.
One day.
Well, Joe Boston, I hope you can get some lettuce on your cheeseburger or whatever the hell else you people put on your cheeseburgers.
Definitely not fucking onions.
Definitely not pickles.
No pickles and onions.
Maybe flowers.
Give me flowers. Flowers.
All right. First up in the free queue is Will the Cook. This is a Fivio Foreign type beat. You listen to Fivio Foreign?
I feel like there's a song that I like of his, but I would need someone to tell me what it was.
I have no idea what his music sounds like. Never listened to a beat or a track from him, but I'm about to enjoy this one from Will the Cook.
Let's hear it.
Because I'm the producer, right? I cook. Because I'm the producer, right? I cook.
Made in COVID beat.
I cook. You don't cook me, I cook you. is me. I am the cook now.
Cooking?
Yes. Smell what the Will is cooking.
That would be a great producer tag, actually.
Feel free to use it, Will.
Just give us credit.
I'll do it better for you if you want. He's like, no, I didn't ask for this.
I see. I think we got it here.
Yeah, I think so.
What'd you think of Thivio Foreign type beat?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this was, I think it was pretty well produced. I liked it for what it is. Like it just kind of felt like to me, you know, just any other trap song, trap beat. It felt like, you know, something I've heard before, but also that's not necessarily a bad thing if that's the genre and the audience that you're going for, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Here's, you know, my hard drums with these insane 808s. The one piece from a technical perspective I would maybe suggest is in the background there's like this flash of thunder sort of sounds. I think you would probably bring those up where it was so low it kind of lost the effect of that thunder, right? That thunder crashing. I think maybe just push that layer up a little bit. But yeah, I can see somebody doing something with this. It's serviceable. Also, I would just say transparently, probably not my style. I give it a objective 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't, as Nikki would say when she starts out her review, I don't hate it. But I don't think it's badly done. I think it just feels empty in parts because it feels very open. Like there's not a lot going on with like rolling snares or with different melodies. So, you know, it's pretty much established loop, repeat loop. And I think that's kind of where, you know, you get up to your plateau and you kind of just stay there. And I think that's okay for a beat like this where somebody might vocally do different things on it to keep it interesting. You're getting little Garfield on it. That's not going to make it interesting at all. Sorry to tell you. Maybe that's just my personal opinion, but that's going to lower the quality of this beat exponentially. But for what it is, like Bird said, for a drill type trap beat, you know, it does its job. Like people are going to do whatever it is that they want to do on it and make it work if they can make it work. So I would give this a 6. You know, I think it lacks variety is what holds it back for me. All right. Good stuff from Will, though. Next up is A.D. Rocky. Last week, A.D. Rocky blessed us with an 8-minute song. I hope this one is shorter. Please, God, I hope it's shorter. This is called The Summerall Experience. Let's see what happened in here. Click the right button. Half as long.
I remember vividly it was just me and you. Ashton and his little sister Belle would see the truth. I had dark brown hair and yours was blonde, your eyes are blue. Mine are green to paint the scene, that heavy breathing knew that dad was finna return back to home. He scared the ever living shit out of us, had to grow up in environments where we was scared as crap to go. The sleep requirements was widening our eyes cause yo, my dad abused the shit out of us, take that fucker down. I remember being 15, he screamed, shut your mouth. I do not care that it's your birthday, I'll burn you out. As a matter of fact, just leave my house, you murmur loud. Fuck that motherfucker, drag me from under my covers. Made the summer to a bummer, made my fucking knees and upper. Was walking down the road and the pain had me crying, but the cars they didn't know, cause the rain had disguised, the shit was steady gonna go down my face. So this car stopped and asked me, little bro, you okay? And I replied, him. The course of chance that he taken didn't know it, man. I tried to find a bridge, so I coursed the fam. Ended up leaving me alone, saw the dance sedan. Drive away and then the damn police car came to chance. Kid, you ran away from dad, now we finna take you back. Verse to go in seminary, Mississippi. I'm repping my culture, carry weapons in our holster. No less you're just bolder. I'm guessing we colder, then your buster grow older. Some are raw, made it straight to the closer. From seminary, Mississippi. I'm repping my culture, carry weapons in our holster. No less you're just bolder. I'm guessing we colder, then your buster grow older. Some are raw, made it straight to the closer. So then he took me straight back to my fuck daddy's place. And then I had to deal with being called a disgrace. He got his damn battle and he would aim at my face. And then I blacked out and bashed him, his face I would break. He sent me back without my sister to my mama, so I had to spend the whole week with her. Cause she was getting raped and I knew I couldn't defend her. While I was away, he didn't have a soul like Ginger's. Fucking pedophiles, Nina Dow was up in Texas wild. Everyone was hiding it, yeah, everyone knew all about what had happened. Angie J. Marita Davis swear it's wild. Tiffany with Brown, there was his wife, cook acid, sex like how? Do you fuck somebody who cheated with his own daughter? Ain't you ashamed and you call that man your baby's father? I made it back to mom's damn house, was safe as crap. I made a damn call to get my sis saved her ass and got her back with me, but Joshua Davis has yet to go get arrested for rapist crap. And now we living up in Summerall, Mississippi. Living how we living, having fun, no it ain't shitty. From seminary, Mississippi, I'm repping my culture. Carry weapons in our holster, no less you're just bolder. I'm guessing we colder, then your buster grow older. Some are raw, made it straight to the closer. From seminary, Mississippi, I'm repping my culture. Carry weapons in our holster, no less you're just bolder. I'm guessing we colder, then your buster grow older. Some are raw, made it straight to the closer. And this is probably why I got such a big thing from my hometown of Summerall, Mississippi. Cause every time I've ever left that motherfucker and went to a place like Goliad, Texas or Walker, Louisiana, something absolutely fucking terrible's ended up happening. Be it my dad, be it my peers, be it anything, something terrible's happened. So I love my hometown and that's it.
Sounds like you shouldn't leave your hometown.
Yeah, I don't know if I understand the rationale there. It's like it's happening in your hometown, right? It's happening in Summerall, Mississippi, all the terrible shit, and you're blaming you were gone to Walker, Louisiana for, you know what? It's fine.
You don't get it, Bert. You don't get it.
I don't. Look, I'll just say that I respect A.D. Rocky, you know, being vulnerable, putting his shit out there for the world and just being like, you know what, this is my art. This is how I deal with shit. I like it. I think that obviously a very personal song. If I'm just looking at the technical aspects of this, the mix, the quality, like it needs improvement, right? Like I think it's just the quality of the equipment more than anything, because even when he was just like talking in his interlude or whatever at the end, I guess outro, like it sounded like a fucking 24-bit Moon Man, you know, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, right? Like Moonanites, fuck you. No, like it just, you can just hear the roboticness in his you know, calling center headphone that he used to record in. That being said, so technical parts aside, I think that the flow, especially for the first verse, was fire. I think the flow on the first verse was great. I think that your delivery was great on the first verse. I think the first verse, awesome. Chorus was kind of there. And then the second verse, I think you fell off in favor of like the content, right? The lyrical content. You're like, I have to say all these facts. I have to get them out word for word. And I think it threw your flow off a little bit. The only other thing I'd say is the ad-libs were a little too high, and sometimes they were off from the actual rhyming word, and you never went back to like cut and then put them where they should have landed. So sometimes you have these loud ad-libs that are falling off a beat. But overall, I think this is my favorite song I've heard from him. I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I respect that he's willing to put all this stuff out about his tumultuous relationship with his diddling dad, as he called him in his last track. Not sure the relationship with the rest of his family, but at least it seems that one is the focal point of a lot of his music and his angst. So I respect that he's willing to put that out there. That said, I feel like it's kind of the similar issue that we hear with Ray, where once he gets started with the flow, it pretty much repeats the same, like map out the cadence, like da 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 da. Like you have that same vocal pattern that you just stay in and you never leave it. And you also tend to have longer tracks. Like we said last week, you had an 8-minute track. This week you have a 4-minute track, and the longer it goes on, the more, like, not saying that I tune it out, but like the more I get like, okay, now I'm in cruise control of listening. I'm not listening to necessarily digest the content. I'm just listening to for the sake of listening, because vocally there's nothing interesting really happening. It's just all kind of like same wavelength, and it doesn't venture outside of this pattern here. Like if you did some of this and you floated down here, you come up here, you do some of this, or you like bounce left, right, like you just hit that groove and you stay in it. And I think that's probably what like tunes me out the most. So I can respect that from an artist standpoint, you try to have deeper content, but you have to be a little bit more creative in how you deliver it. Because like Bird said, you're so intent on saying what you have to say that it's hard to really like treat it as something new and different, because it just feels so commonplace in how it's delivered. So you got to get more creative with the words that you use and how you deliver it. For that reason, I would give this a 5.5.
Fair.
All right. Let's see who's next. Actually got a lot in the free queue tonight, so I need to shut the fuck up and just review these songs. All right. Next up is Meek. This track is called I Want More. Not sure what more he wants, but we'll find out as a
Find out. I want it all. Cash, hoes, diamond rings, bunch of goals.
Why don't we just play that song?
This is way better.
More bussy is crazy. Don't ever say that.
Oh my gosh, oh my me. Trouble follow them, but that should still follow me. Cause I see everything I really would it seem. Like them kids on Waverly gotta tap into my gene. Cause I'm walking on a different road than bro. Cause what he got ain't what I got to get my own. Because I know they might talk about it when the heat rise. Yeah, I seen that a couple times. Going Danny Phantom, trying to catch some shit that shine. Looking through cracks and crannies, hoping that I could find things that look like diamonds, but in the sky. Star view, soon enough I make a move to a different level, cause I'm catching to a groove. Please don't fuck with me, cause I might toss you when I lose. All respect, cause you really tried to play me like the rest. Now my finger 3 times, now you check. I want this more than anything that I ever had. Gotta put in work, cause if I don't, they'll up and grab. Leave me on my ass, and everybody laugh. Gotta show myself that I won't let me come at last. Like the place that I never wanna see, cause I've seen it so many times already. But to know that I be the unknown, that's for me to know when you define. Like a lost ship at sea, looking for spinning. I want just more than material things. Gotta sacrifice the things I want to get what I need. Get what I need. Yeah, cause I want this more than material things. Gotta sacrifice the things I want to get what I need. I want more. I want this more than any shoe that was sent down the path to a nigga like me, cause they really show the path to what a fit could make a bitch do. Had me going back to school, sending on a step school. Thinking I was him with a plan, they got him with a gym in his graduated scam called life. I think about it twice. Should I stay? Should I go? Oh, holding the knife. Suicidal thoughts, big playing, but we on shit. Contradicted, that's why they don't really know shit. Talking out the neck, but they don't know what's next. From that unknown guy reaching out to the sky, like why did you send me here? I can even do the simplest things, and now I sing what's love. Really gotta do with any fucking thing. Everything comes and goes, gotta keep shit composed. If not, they aim at your weakness until you fold. be good, showing no emotion. Got these nosy niggas thinking that it be no motion. While I'm cooking up this little potion, I be floating. Cause I want this more than what I got. So it's time to stop complaining while I'm climbing to my spot. And if I trip, pick myself up and never stop. Cause I want this more than anything. I want this more than material things. Gotta sacrifice the things I want to get what I need. Get what I need. Yeah, cause I really I want this more than material things. Gotta sacrifice the things I want to get what I need. I want
more. All right, that was I Want More by Meeks. What did you think of that one, Bird?
Shit. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I think the cadences, the flow, like he was very comfortable on the mic. It was catchy. I think the song was structured great. I guess my only like technical issues would be a little bit with the mix, just like wasn't as crisp as it could have been with the vocals. But you know, at the end of the day, like I think this is a solid track. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
I think he is a good artist, good delivery, good masterful skill. I hated the beat. I didn't like the beat. I felt like the beat was the most underwhelming aspect of all this. And maybe it's because like the drums didn't really hit. Maybe it's because like the way the sample
thumps for Dice
needs more thumps. Maybe it's just the sample just felt a little bit uninteresting and too repetitive after a while. But I felt like he did his thing, and I just didn't like the beat at all. I would have liked the song on a more interesting beat. But not to punish him. I mean, objectively, I'll give this song a 7. I just don't like the beat enough to like be wowed by it. I'm wowed by his talent, but not by his choice in beat. Fuck that beat.
Fuck that beat.
But shout out to Meek. Good track. Next up is Heartless. This is called The Purge. Fitting track for Election Day.
We were doing Halloween stuff at my gym, and I worked out for an hour in a purge mask. A, freaked everyone at the gym out, but B, fucking super sweaty and hot inside of a mask as you're breathing heavily. Imagine that.
What did you expect? Put on a mask and then like pump iron for an hour.
Purged. Got purged, son.
What did you expect working out in a mask?
I mean, it was like, oh yeah, bring your dress up if you want. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dress up. But it was like, well, now fucking what? You know, most of my costumes have little props or like, you know, like long-legged or long arms, like fully clothed things. I'm not gonna work out in a full bodysuit, you know. So,
odd choice, Bert.
It was fine.
Next time you should go to the gym and what are those? What was the plague mask, the little Dr. Plague mask with the long snout? You should work out in one of those next.
I think not enough people wear plague masks around, just in general. I think that's the new, you know.
Could be the lack of plague going around.
Yeah. Well, knock on wood, right?
Hey, 2025, chance for some more plague.
Come on over, plague. Water's warm.
All right. Well, before the plague gets here, or I guess after the plague gets here, you'll need the purge. So let's listen to The Purge by Heartless.
Southern feet, barren, strange fruit, blood on the leaves.
Turn that up.
Heartless.
Put him 6 feet under. With the opposite, I wonder. I'm a killer, that stutter. And I clear up that clutter. Put his piss through like butter. Won't take shit any longer. Feed the chain gang. We a killer or a drug dealer. Look, this war needs to cleanse, but your rats in the gutter. Fuck a hater, y'all ain't shit but an instigator. I'm a killer, not just savior. Fuck a same, I'm a real pimp. Dead bunny, empty the whole clip. If you ain't with it, then you better dip. Listen, feel a little dirt, he ordered a hit. They got him, ain't that some shit? Be careful, I'll kill you, or I'll go for your damn bitch. No one is his, so no snitch. This a hoe or flip, y'all hoes can suck my dick. I got hate on most chicks, y'all snobby, and you make me sick. I create haters with the flick of my wrist. No lives matters, y'all raise your gun. My killers, man, they kill for fun. Where you running, nigga, you think you done? How to test, man, get you quick. I run what? think you slick, don't come around as you get hit. Pinky out, time to kill. Killing people is a thrill. Watch all their blood spill. It's a bird. Demons get your blood fill. You victims, don't run, hold still. I'm full of rage, I won't chill. I'm dangerous, I will kill. Pinky out, time to kill. Killing people is a thrill. Watch all their blood spill. It's a purge. Demons get your blood fill. You victims, don't run, hold still. Full of rage, I won't chill. I'm dangerous, I will kill. Fuck a hoe, fuck a simp. No, I'm y'all, ain't shit. Take a hint, y'all too stupid to catch a glimpse of reality and his hints. When a red one shows up, y'all sprint. Y'all can feel my fury. Fuck society and the jury. Leave the evidence, I ain't worried. Black excellence and its glory. Racist fucks ain't shit. Let's have a war. Let's see who gets hit. I guarantee I'll make someone brain split. I don't need a click. I'll make y'all do my damn spit. Blood leaking from your throat slit. Y'all hitters better sit. Yo, who y'all messing with? Got my shop on my hip. I lick my lips. Bloodthirsty cause I ain't a grip. Like a vampire, your blood I sip. I don't care if that's edgy. You haters get a fucking grip before I carry out a heavy lick. Pinky out, time to kill. Killing people is a thrill. Watch all their blood spill. It's a bird. Demons get your blood fill. You victims, don't run, hold still. I'm full of rage, I won't chill. I'm dangerous, I will kill. Pinky out, time to kill. Killing people is a thrill. Watch all their blood spill. It's a purge. Demons get your blood fill. You victims, don't run, hold still. Full of rage, I won't chill. I'm dangerous, I will kill.
All right, that was Heartless with The Purge. Interesting voice. I will say, I don't know country of origin to pinpoint your accent, but I would say the delivery made it hard to understand a lot of, or some of what you were saying, especially in the hook. I had trouble really piecing together what was being said in the hook, but I still like the delivery. At times, I think the flow got a little bit too basic. Like, it's just very, we've said this about a couple of artists so far, very predictable once you got going. Didn't really change up much, but I think that the way that you present your track with your voice, it does keep one interested, albeit, like I said, hard to really make out what you were saying. Beat was a little basic. I still think you did your thing. I would give this a 6.5.
Yeah, I liked the delivery. It had a lot of emotion and was real raw. I liked the voice. The issue I had was the flow as well. Like, the whole thing was just so choppy. It was hard to listen. Like, you gotta maybe fill in more of those gaps and really just kind of think of, doing it differently. just doing not that. It just kind of came across as choppy. I think a little bit more normalized filling in of the words and the space for the beats. I think it was good for what it was, but the flow really threw me off. I give it a 5.
All right. Shout out to Heartless. Do want to call out, you posted like 3 or 4 tracks. We only listened to one unless you gift or tip. So if you are looking back and wondering why we only listened to one, that is the reason. Up next, Poetic Parables. What a show. See what we got here. It says, new song, would like to know thoughts on flow and production quality. All right, check it out.
Let's get funk with the word of God. Let's get the pages. Let's get into the animal kingdom. We bring our cages. We live up to the standard up on our stages. Let's get into the pulpit of greed after our wages. Know the opinion of academics. It's only just a fraction of scriptural epidemics. So get lost in the art, make it advantageous. A word from the one that will deem courageous. A stage for the man that will seem outrageous. A word from the Father with holiness and graces. Let's get truth from theology, excuse my apology. All the oxen free with the whole church in front of me. A concert in a sling, it's emotion that we sing. Psychological, intentional movement is what it brings. So where do I start? Is this a teaching or an art? Are you a motivational speaker who got a good start? I applied for the part, will my degree tug on your hearts? Is this where Jesus sent out his disciples when they found an art?
Ray as a preacher.
Teaching me a lesson on God is when you read it. The heartstrings that pull when community is full, and you advertise the soul when the money starts to roll. The typical, the human's the endeavor. The money is the factor, even if you think you're better. The church is all the people, not the building for the sheeple. The only thing that keeps it together is far from evil. So get lost in the art, make it advantageous. A word from the one that will deem courageous. A stage for the man that will seem outrageous. A word from the Father with holiness and graces. Lost in the art, make it advantageous. A word from the one that will deem courageous. A stage for the man that will seem outrageous. A word from the Father with holiness and graces.
What? Oh. You see what we're saying now, Ray?
All right, that was Poetic Parables with What a Show.
Well, what did you think, Dice?
I hated it. I hated the beat. All right, shit sandwich. Start out with saying you have a very, in contrast to some of the other people that we just spoke about, you have a very good way of delivering. Like, you don't fall into the same cadence and the same moniker over and over again. That said, I hate the beat. I hate whatever that high pitch thing is going on over the hook. And I hate the word choice that you use from start to finish. Here's why. Not that you don't articulate yourself well, not that there's no meaning behind it, but it just becomes word diarrhea. Like, I'm so disconnected from everything that you're saying that unless I'm like a walking dictionary of synonyms, I really don't care. Like, there's no story here. Sharp contrast to what A.D. Rocky does, where he's talking about his abusive dad. Like, here it's just a whole bunch of dictionary words, and I have to like piece together what it is that you're talking about. And that's where I kind of just got lost in the sauce of, okay, this guy can actually deliver, but I'm so uninterested in what he's saying that I'm frustrated. And that's where I struggle with, is like, you have good mastery of how to deliver the words. It's just the words that you're delivering are pissing me off. And that's my frustration. That said, I respect your vocabulary, your artistry. Objectively, I'll give this a 5. No, 4.5, because I would not listen to this ever again. But I like I said, I respect that you can deliver a song. Just the beat and the words, I hate them.
Hate them. Yeah, I mean, I'm with Dice 1,000%. I mean, clearly, like, you sounded comfortable as you were saying things. It sounded like you believed it. You know, your delivery was fine. No issues there. The issue was the content. And it's not just like, oh, Christian rap are lame. It's like, you know, I think when you start talking in a way that like is unrelatable, right? You're talking like Stephen King writes novels. You know what I mean? Like, and then the teenager in 2024 said, "Hey, Ma, can I play Atari? Can I play Pong on the Atari? Ma, it's 2024. You're like, that's not a teenager.
Mother, let me play you this ensemble that I just composed.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that word choice has a lot to do with like making your message relatable, and the beat ruined any chance you had at making this relatable for me. I hated the beat as well. Just bow, 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 bow. It's just loopy, and the tones clashed. And holy shit, that high sample. I'm guessing your wife just walked in and said, ah, bah, bah, bah. You're like, oh yeah, that's good, honey. Yeah, you want to do a song together? Cool. You're on this part, and just shoved it in there for no reason. Hated that. But good delivery. I'll give you a 4.
All right. Next up, Beats by Jackson, Logic JID 6. Django type beat? What is a Django type beat?
Where they shoot everyone Their bodies fly across the screen, even though it's like a ballpoint bearing that's like, from 18th century.
Okay, let's take a listen.
He mimicked his idols and swallowed his first pill in 10th grade.
Cautionary tale. Spook season. Let's go. The Count in his organ. Going again. Rob Peavy's good by you. Django. You really hype by this?
All right, here you go.
Can you turn this back part up? I think it would actually be dope. Go for another couple hours. It's early. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop.
I think we got it.
No, Vikings. Yeah, let's get.
All right, Django type beat. I mean, Django Logic. Django. That's the name of the beat.
What'd you think, Dice? Was this Django enough for you?
I mean, I didn't picture myself like running away from my slave master or going back to kill my previous owner. So I don't know if it was Django enough for me, but it was okay. I like the strings. I like the vibe of it. I'm not sure that the strings necessarily match the buildup of the drums per se. It did feel a little bit disjointed in that regard. But I don't think like terrible to the point to where I was, like hating it. Hey, same hoodie. Look at that, buddy. Yeah, matching.
For once
Twins.
in my life, I wanted to be a paradise too.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Huh? But yeah, I think this was okay, although it wasn't like I wasn't like amped up by it. I'll give it a 6.5 is where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be escaping my slave masters and coming back to exact revenge on them to this beat either. I do think that it was fine. It was serviceable. I feel like I liked a lot of the choices. I think some of them, when played together, didn't work as well as I wanted them to. Specifically, that like high organ that was kind of playing constantly. I think that's good in small chunks. And when it first came in, I was like, oh, spooky type beat, like, oh, this is a vibe. And then like it kind of carried on way longer than I wanted. At the very end, when the low thing happened in the background, I was like, oh, that sounds fire. Raise that layer up. I think that should be the primary focus. If I was to give any constructive feedback, that I wanted to hear more of. And it was just so buried behind the beat that it wasn't as present as I think it needed to be. Same thing with the drums. The drums felt a little like the 808s overpowered them, and then the drums were just kind of an afterthought. But these are all easy fixes, and I think you have a good skeleton start here. I'm going to give it a 6.
Right on. All right, next up is Zorlin. Got a little paragraph here. Trying to learn vocal layering. So looks like we have 2 different things in this little snippet. The first one is a couple of stacks with a lead and a lower. Stacks are performed at the same cadence but a different tone. And the second one is a couple of stacks, same cadence but different tones, and balanced a bit more left-right here. So trying to figure out some vocal layering, and they can't really decide which one sounds better. So we are going to take a listen and see what we think. All right. Here we go. Here's...
I'm the Reaper, a story weaver that leaves you in suspension, seeking retention in this dimension between dimensions. Did I mention I'm practically a deity? I'm the Reaper, a story weaver that leaves you in suspension, seeking retention in this dimension between dimensions. Did I mention I'm practically a deity? I'm the...
That was it.
What? What was the purpose of this? I'm a reverb, a raper. I'm like, what? From another dimension. So he's an intergalactic rapist that just chose to bless our review show with a hot snippet of him warning a female or a young male, whatever his choice of rape victim is. Thanks for the warning. Everyone stay away from that guy. 2. Nah, 1. It's not long enough to be a 2. It's a 1.
I feel like I need to listen to this again.
Let's hear it again.
Let me turn my speakers up just a little bit.
Reaper, a story weaver that leaves you in suspension, seeking retention in this dimension between dimensions. Did I mention I'm practically a deity?
Did I mention
I'm the Reaper, a story weaver that leaves you in...
Okay.
He's an intergalactical deity who's a star gonna come fuck your little bussy.
That's crazy.
That's what it is. He's telling you right there on the track.
Okay, Zorlin. I honestly cannot tell the difference between either one. They sound exactly the same, threatening rape terminology. And I can't hear any difference in what you did with the layers to give you any feedback of one versus the other. It literally sounds exactly the same. So unless you were doing something with the lead where it felt different, I don't know what to tell you here. Sorry. I apologize. I can't pick one or the other because they both sound equally the same. Augie, what did you think of that in the chat? Joe Boston, what did you think? Which one? The first one or the second one? Go ahead, Augie.
Which one would you rather be raped by an intergalactical deity to?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, while y'all decide, I will pull up the next one from Brody. This is called Underestimate Me. Goodness. Don't worry about it, Joe. It's fine. We're moving on. It's okay. Just listen to this next track by Brody and let us know what you think.
Tell me why I'm broke, cause the money's gonna change me. Now I'm feeling so mad, think about it daily. They all on my dick, yeah, I guess they just hate me. They all on my dick, please don't underestimate me. Show me while I'm broke, cause the money's gonna change me. I'm over them blacks, I've been thinking about it daily. Everybody on my dick, guess that they just hate me. Everybody on my dick, they underestimate me. I might see your lady, say my fault you're lazy, but you'll never replace me. Make that thing you're crazy. I've been doing me, living free. I've been dreaming big, thinking what I'll be. You can never stop me. You can never stop me. I do what I want, I've been living free. I know that you're jealous, that you wish that you were me. Join me while I'm broke, cause the money, it will change me. Gonna get some racks, think about it on the daily. Hold up in a brand new whip, I might just steal your lady. Everybody hating, they just underestimate me.
All right, that was Underestimate Me by Brody. I could not really hear or make out what you were saying, especially in the beginning, because it was so distorted and buried in the beat. It was hard to hear. Once I did hear some the verse, it just felt very basic, like not super interesting enough. It kind of just felt like a lot of songs that I've heard before. So, you know, nothing unique stand out. And then towards the end, when I could make out what you were saying, you know, it did sound clear, but again, just kind of felt very generic. So I would give this a 4.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like maybe somebody's starting out, trying this whole rap thing, kind of taking some of the cues from maybe popular songs they listen to. Just way too much auto-tune. The lyrics left a lot to be desired. I mean, not gonna spend all night, shitting all over it. It's just it just felt like a very basic kind of intro song. Like somebody's just starting out, that's what they do, which is fine. I think next steps for you, maybe getting more excited about taking off the auto-tune first of all, and then getting more emotion in the delivery, I think would be kind of the next step up for you. Maybe getting a little more creative with the lyrics. Where this is at, I'll give it a 4, 3.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Brody. Next up is Loose Logic. This is WISIJF. I don't know what that stands for. I'm assuming that we'll hear that within the song. Featuring Passive and mixed by Jacob. You ready for this one?
No.
Okay. Too bad. Person play.
Nothing ever phase me, nothing ever will. Can't buy nothing with $100 bill. My pen game checking if it's counterfeit or real. Grew up and I still can't tell you how I feel. Third shift got your boy losing track of time. First shift had me about to lose my mind. Gotta get paid, can't let this card decline. So when I say I'm just fine, I'm just trying to make it through the day. Don't pay me no mind, I'm just tired of the same old things. I've been trying to make a change, never seems to go my way. Never seems to go my way. Yeah, I don't know why, but everybody say everything will be okay.
I don't think they understand, trying to walk while they stumble and stack it up, but the money they standing out while they funneling. I just wanna change though, passing out to waking up then working in the same clothes. Seems like dreams never an option if we believe when they're preposterous. Proceed steady but caution, just please never get lost in this idea that we gotta stoop low to be on top of it. It seems like things will never change. You can't win the game if you refuse to play. My credit card's maxed out, but I need to pay, cause my daughter's school's getting charged on the same day.
Nothing ever phase me, nothing ever will. Can't buy nothing with $100 bill. My pen game checking if it's counterfeit or real. Grew up and I still can't tell you how I feel. Third shift got your boy losing track of time. First shift had me about to lose my mind. Gotta get paid, can't let this card decline.
leave someone's eyes. It might just change how you live
Yeah,
yours.
nothing ever fazed me, nothing ever will. Can't buy nothing with $100 bill. My pen game checking if it's counterfeit or real. Grew up and I still can't tell you how I feel. Third shift got your boy losing track of time. First shift had me about to lose my mind. Gotta get paid, can't let this card decline. So when I say I'm just fine, I'm just trying to make it through the day. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just tired of the same old things. I've been trying to make a change. Never seems to go my way.
All right, that was Loose Logic and Passive Rapper, When I Say I'm Just Fine. I think we have heard that before. So on this listen, the two things that stand out to me is I feel like Passive's verse is more present than Loose's, so a little bit more balance between that. I feel like Loose needs to be a little bit higher on kind of like the same presence or volume that Passive is at. And then the other thing that I would say is on the very last hook, I don't know if Jacob has extra vocals from Passive or if Passive could come back and add layers to it, but I would like to hear like the closing hook go out with a little bit more of a bang. I think the hook is dope, but I think as you end the track of this nature, I think you need to kind of feel it a little bit more. And I wish that the last hook kind of ended with a little bit more body than, you know, hearing it the first couple times. Other than that, I like the track. I like the tone and the vibe, and I think it's dope. I would give it a very weak 8 where it's at, but I would put it at a 9 if those two elements were where I would prefer them. So that's where I'm at.
Word. Yeah. Here's what I felt about it. I like the tone and vibe. I like the lyrics. The content is great. The cadences flow awesome. The two technical pieces that stood out to me is it felt like when Loose was singing, I wanted maybe a touch of tune. At least in the second one, it felt like a little sharp on some of the notes. Didn't feel like it quite hit them. As well as I think I wanted like maybe an extra layer or two just to kind of give it a little bit more body. And I recognize like, yeah, we're kind of singing in the middle of the verse, so it's kind of part of it. But I think you can add some backing vocals to just kind of strengthen out that part a little bit, just smooth it out. That would be one suggestion. And then the other suggestion was just more of a structure thing, right? Like, I don't know whose song this is. I guess I was imagining it was on Loose's project, but I think Passive's hook is so dope. It's super catchy. Like the whole time you're kind of bobbing along. It's awesome. So let's just keep that there. On the other end of the spectrum, though, it's so long. Like if you're talking about a hook, that's the same length as Loose's verses. So you're kind of like, okay, I've got a verse, of a hook verse, a verse, another entire verse,
cut out that
verse, and then a verse. Yeah, I think there's just too many times Passive came in. So maybe that's the move, is just not having, because it's so long. So I wouldn't want to cut any parts of it, but it just feels long.
It's one of those hooks that it's so good you don't want to really break it apart. So based on what you're saying, I would say just drop it out of the middle and just let Loose's verses go back to back, and then have that as like the really strong opener, set the tone, and really strong closer with, you know, closing it out. I think the hook, like you said, is dope, and I don't want to lose what Loose did, so drop it out of the middle.
I wonder what that would sound like. I do like that, you know, they have that back and forth. Obviously, you know, just song structure wise, you're like, oh, it's nice to have kind of a break from this, a break from there, and it, you know, but fuck, it's long. By the time it came in the third time, I was like, this is really, really, really dope. But there's basically 5 verses on this song. Yeah. something to think about. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay. Well, not to let you down or anything, but let's play some more Passive. I guess Cyclone has a track with Passive called Diana Ross. So
that doesn't let me down at all. That lets me up.
That's weird. Okay. Here's
Cyclone
Cyclone
featuring Passive, Diana Ross. I'm up, baby. Let's go.
You know who really loved Diana Ross?
Coco.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, sure.
So much so, it was rumored that all of his cosmetic surgery was to look more like her.
You know, they say imitation's the biggest form of flattery. So hear that at home, people. If you have a crush, some girl at your school, some, coworker, get plastic surgery, look exactly like her. She's going to fall in love instantly.
And make a banger of a diss song called Dirty Diana, but then for the rest of your life say it's not about that person.
And play that song 2 songs ago where it's like, I'm an intergalactic rapist. Then she's gotta love you.
All right. Here's
Like, I know underground hip hop. Check this shit out. Wink. It's the implication.
All right, here's Cyclone, Diana Ross.
I should have been a boss. I could have been a CEO by now. I took a loss. Ain't no mountain high enough for me to cross. Life a bad bitch like Diana Ross. Oh yes, I should have been a boss. I could have been a CEO by now. I took a loss. Ain't no mountain high enough for me to cross. Life a bad bitch like Diana Ross.
Climbing up these mountains, climbing up the hills. That's the only way to admit you're embarrassed. Where were you when I had nothing to spare? All these birds wanna talk and talk. They come to me and act like hawks. Looks like they misread what I said. Got me thinking of what I said in the past tense. Promise that I'm not going back in the end. Starting to feel like my life is Neo. Dodging bullets when someone comes near me. Dodging lights like I just can't see a thing. Sometimes feels like I'm going back to my way. I just can't stay away from my head zone and my space. Gotta toss all these fools one by one. Don't wanna stay safe from these niggas. Gotta steer away.
I should have been a boss. I could have been a CEO by now. I took a loss. Ain't no mountain high enough for me to cross. Life a bad bitch like Diana Ross. Oh yes, I should have been a boss. I could have been a CEO by now. I took a loss. Ain't no mountain high enough for me to cross. Life a bad bitch like Diana Ross. Stuck in the 80s, no baby, don't play with me, baby. I know your friends wanna see me fall, they call me crazy. I prefer the term wavy. Your friends don't faze me. Broke niggas on the runway. One day.
Nothing like mumbling as it fades out.
Okay, that was Cyclone, Diana Ross featuring Passive the Rapper.
It's not Passive the Rapper anymore. He's Passive the Artist. He does it all, baby.
Artist formerly known as Passive.
What do you think, Dice?
I feel like this was one of those tracks where Passive found a beat, did something a little bit experimental in the middle of the night, dropped it off in the Discord and said, hey, anybody want to jump on this? He doesn't do a bad job, but I feel like it's just not polished. Like the hook doesn't have that normal Passive swagger and cadence to it. It just feels like he was like spitballing the idea and just kind of wanted to see where somebody else would take it. And the reason I say that is because the mix on Cyclones is just so different, so drastically sounding, reverbed out and otherworldly that the two don't necessarily blend together. Not that either mix sounds bad, but they just feel different. They have different vibes to them. Like Passive is just like dropping off an idea and Cyclone is trying to execute an idea is kind of what I get from it. And my feedback for Cyclone's part is kind of the same I've said the last couple of weeks is like, it's especially more apparent towards the end when you're doing your punch-ins that I wish that you would record a verse in full to A, learn how to better do breath control, and B, get away from that thing where you're trying to hang a note and you just like re-engage the note mid-note. You're like, like you kind of just like shift gears in the middle of the note. And I wish that you would try to record a verse in full, because it would immediately show you that like you need better breath control, and maybe it would make the verses flow a little bit more evenly. I don't think the verse is necessarily bad, but I do know I saw Bird's expression and I heard a couple of things that were just kind of like on the nose, like mentioning a hawk and bird. Like it's just very like,
I wrote that down.
Yeah, it's like so like obvious, like, oh, bird, hawk type stuff. Like it could be a little bit more creative is what I would say. So it's not a terrible track. It just feels like this, even though it sounds decent, it lacks technical polish is what I would call it. So I would give this a 5. I'll give it a 5.5.
I liked the chorus. I think Passive did a great job. This was fun, catchy, all of the above. Cyclone, doubling down on what Dice just said, man. I wrote down, act like hawks. The fuck does that mean? How does one act like a hawk? Like, are they hawkish? They're like, more increased prone towards war? Are they watching you like a hawk? What does act like a hawk? It means nothing. It just rhymed to the last thing, and you're like, let's just toss it in there. Well, it feels like lazy writing, and kind of the same thing with the way that you delivered shit. That it stressed me out, man. It stressed me out. I feel like the cadence is, the flow is so choppy, and again, it goes to like the writing. You got to make sure that what you're writing fills in the space appropriately. Otherwise, you have to cut or add accordingly. And so you ended up with shit like "come new." It's like "come new," "come new," "come new," and same thing with fucking the way that you said words. Admit. Admit.
No, admit.
Killing me. I'll give it a week. I'll give it a week 4.
Yeah. They love Elliot. So our queue for tonight is closed. We're finishing out the free stuff. I do see that you dropped it in there. It'll probably be one of the earlier things that we listen in next week's show. So we'll definitely get to it in next week's show, but the queue is closed. We're only doing everything before it was closed and any tips or gifted subs at this point. So just FYI.
Yeah, if you want to tell Dice, fuck you, play my shit, review me, sucker, $5. We'll do it tonight. We'll do it right now.
That's crazy. Why do I have to get such vitriol and disrespect?
I mean, because you're a little hoe bag, you're a little whore.
Wow, that's crazy.
$5, you can call him anything. $5, you call him.
How are you going to say that with my fucking shirt on?
That's not Paradise, though. That's like some fucking other rapper that I like.
Yeah, if you want to tip $5, we'll play it right now.
Word up. Shout out family. Also, feel free in the Cash App memo line to call Dice whatever you want.
Please don't do that.
But also, part of the tippers for the night, they get a nickname given by me. So, never met you before, but happy to review. And once we listen, you're going to get a nickname. So,
that's crazy.
Do with that information what you will.
Praying for your positive outcome from this scenario we have just proposed for you.
I'm great at giving nicknames. I'm a great nickname giver.
I didn't say you were bad at giving nicknames. However, the nickname itself may be questionable in nature.
Oh, yeah, of course. Could be anything.
It doesn't even deny it.
Who knows what comes in this crazy brain of mine? I don't know. I just say things. I just turn on the camera and say things.
That's crazy. You should be more cautious of that.
Yeah. Probably.
All right. No problem. We'll listen to, what time do you go to work? Shit, we can BS for an hour. Or not an hour. I say we can BS for a minute until you get your stuff up and going. My bad. We don't have an hour to burn.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Fuck it. What else are we doing? I got an hour to talk. What's
let's
going on
see.
Dice?
Well, we have Young Pagan God coming up with the Descendant of Root, R.I.P. Lux. Is this guy still in the Discord? Yep. K-Namon, some Japanese rap. Leonard is back. Young Leonard.
Young Lil.
Zorlin posted another one. That's the guy that had,
Galactic Rapetary.
I feel like I want to give him another chance.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're listening to that. I would insist.
I feel like I need to hear. Maybe this is the full song, and it has
some more
context behind.
I would love that. It's like a intergalactic genie. Just instead of giving you wishes, he's giving you fingers, giving you the digits.
It's like when they asked Bill Cosby, like, what was going on in your mind? And he's like, well, here, I wrote this song about when I gave the young lady Quaaludes. Right? So after Zorlin, then there's Tokes, Robbie, not to be confused with Robbie Mack we heard earlier. And then Aiden Capilot. And I think that would be it. So, yeah. All right.
Solid lineup.
So Elliot's got to leave in 20 minutes. Wait for his Cash App to come through so that we can listen to the song that he posted. Or Elliot, she, they. Sorry.
Do you think Elliot is a intergender name? I feel like it isn't.
I've actually, I went to school with a female Elliot before.
Shut the fuck up. No way.
Open the fuck up. Yeah, I did. Which was also weird because I think at the same time in the same grade we had male Elliot. So there's female Elliot and male Elliot.
I mean, Elliot seems like such a dude name. It really does.
It is because like probably the first Elliot you ever meet is a dude, right? But then you get thrown the curveball and you're like, oh, well, you're Elliot too? It's like when you meet a Chris and they spell it the same. It's like, what do you mean? It's not Christina. It's not, it's not short for something. No, just Chris. Okay, if you say so.
It's Gina. I say it like Gina.
No, it's Gina.
One of the hottest girls I've ever met in my life, name's Kyle.
Kyle?
There's also a really hot Charlie.
I went to school with a fellow named Lauren.
I get it. Yeah.
Do you? Because I didn't. He eventually changed his name to Blake. He didn't get it either.
Yeah. All right.
He's like, yeah, I've rode the Lauren wave long enough. Call me Blake now.
That'd be tough, I think, anywhere you grow up. You'd be like, yo, my name's Shelly. You're like, okay, Shelly, you're getting picked last of the soccer team every time.
I think Shelly's kind of full blown, like, I don't know, like, you got to look at the parents at that point, right? It's like, you knew it was coming out.
Well, I would say the same thing about Elliot. That's a crazy name to name a girl.
What if Elliot's hot? Does that change anything?
Yes, it changes everything. That's like, I actually joked with Kyle. I was like, oh, okay, Frank. Like, cool name. Sure, that's a real girl name. Yeah.
Have I known? I've met a female Frankie.
I've met a Frankie as well. Yeah.
We need to digest this topic more after the show.
We'll talk about it offline.
All right. Elliot said they're having technical difficulties. We're going to play Young Pagan God Mustafar featuring Henry Rockwell and see if we can get queued up with Elliot after the fact. So here's YPG.
I'm a shooter, Devin Booker, it's a riot, I'm a looter, I'm a scholar, I'm like Reuters, this BB gun is my Ruger, catch me riding, I'm a scooter, we teach lessons, I'm your tutor, get me in and out the house, they don't know I'm unknown, DB Cooper, vultures, top of vultures on my body, trade my essence, yeah they talking, now they talk, they try to scream, they fucking epithets, it's 5 years old, I swear I jump so high, I touch the fucking net, it's only right I touch the stars, I ain't even set my ethics, yeah, the penship came from tension, in my bed was double-decker, my voice been apprehensive, but my message white center, the fit has been expensive since my bro he pegged to tenor, they all said I should leave my shell, now I'm fucking shredder, Still the young pagan, still the young pagan, don't care if it's fake cause it's still getting taken, came up from shit, now I bring home the bacon, fuck all your listening, ain't hearing shit, fuck all the labels that needed my clearances, I ain't the fairest, gonna care to a bitch, checking the fridge while we storing some clips, all on my hinge, packs smell like piss, packs so demonic, I'm seeing a gin, hold the guys up in my eyes, out of spot, still alive, when I thrive off of ops getting hit, YPG call from the pit, dipping they throwing a fit, every day throwing the fit, they mad and they wishing that YPG missing, I hit with precision, it's harder to miss.
Young Pagan God, is that what he means?
That was Young Pagan God and Henry Rockwell. Henry Rockwell was first, Young Pagan God. YPG was second. The track is called Mustafar. Not sure why.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know there was two people on that. It sounded the same to me. Really did. So I'm just gonna say what my feedback was, and you can apply it to both. I think that the flow and delivery was cool. Like, I think that it sounded comfortable over the beat. I liked the voice. I liked the emotion that was coming through. There was just something in the mix for both. There was just something about the way the vocals landed on the beat. It felt like I wanted it to be smoother, that I wanted it to be inside of the beat more.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the biggest issue, was just a technical mix problem for me. I think, you can start looking at the lyrics and making an argument there. But I think that for what it's worth, it was a decent submission, just needed better technical mixing. For what it's worth, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, definitely a little bit high in the mid to high frequencies, which I think is kind of what you're hearing. It just sounds a little collapsed, like it's just hitting the limit of the threshold. Yeah, lyrics there were some parts where it was like cool, but then there were other parts like, what the hell did they just say? Because like the first verse ended with "come out of my shell like Shredder."
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like, you're not naming one of the Ninja Turtles. Shredder would eat the turtle. Like, I didn't get it.
Yeah, Shredder never came out of a shell. You're just saying, oh, because of shells, Ninja Turtles, Shredder was a character on Ninja Turtle. It doesn't actually apply. Yeah. And
if you don't know, I know Berg knows, I'm not a huge lyric guy, but when I start paying attention to the lyrics and I pick up on those things, I'm like, it could be
wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you mentioned it because I did catch that.
I have my limits, right?
You got your limits? Okay.
I got my limits. Like, I can jive with, crazy lyrics every now and then, but I'll call out some stuff that just seems like weird to me. And that was weird. And I think YPG, he also had a couple of things that he said that were like, I don't know if that works. But that said, I still think it's a decent track. I could definitely let this play again and not be offended by it. But, mix things aside, it's okay. I give it a 7 too. All right. Still haven't heard from Elliot, although we did confirm Elliot is, in fact, identifying as male. Gunshot for that. If Elliot was a female, would give flowers. So we'll go into the next one. Descendant of Root. Do I have some information on this? Just says Mix 3, November 2nd, 2024. Okay. No other information to go by.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I got the Cash App. Is
Oh shit! Wah,
all right,
wah, wah.
we got it. Damn, do I still have that sound on here? I do.
There it
All right.
is.
All right, Elliot, I got you. What was it called? That was the problem. Exotic on My Body. Okay, this sounds freaky. It's an unreleased song
They
featuring.
love him.
Okay.
So,
Unreleased featuring his boy Nell. So
Nell.
Elliot and Nell, here's Exotic on My Body. Gotta listen real quick because he's going to work.
Yeah, exotic on my body. Girl, she in my DMs and she said she want my body. I can't talk for no bitch, no, I don't fuck with nobody. Bitch exotic on my body, yeah. Got your bitch in my DMs, she said she want my body, yeah. That's why I don't fuck with nobody, yeah. Got so many needs in here, I need a nanny, yeah. Got so many sons up in this bitch, yeah, you thought I was in labor. Yeah, my bitch just spread her lips up on the table, so I ate her. Yeah, bitch, throw it back so good, I swear to God, I had to pay her. Yeah, my shooter taking shots, I'm calling plays, I'm not no player, bitch. If she got the ox, I told her go and play my music, bitch. I ain't really thought that petty shit up. He didn't wanna pay me back, then bet I go and take my shit. Pull up, take it, I'm gon' flip his crib.
We not together, no force of attraction. He said he bought it, we know that he capping. Pull up to his house and he ain't by no action. My bitch, she could tell, she sitting there laughing. On my bitch Chanel, I made her the glass. She sitting her face on the top of my glasses. Cop Dior, bitch, I'm an addict. If I see a bad bitch, I'ma grab it. You can get some more points if he nasty. Freak bitch, give me head in the backseat. She wanna take a drive like taxi. Make him bleed, you pad like Maxi. They said damn, they're like childish. It fit hard, cause Elliot styled it. Hey, niggas that claim they bout it. Cause like the clothes cost like 8,000. Throw the money up, tell the bitch count it. The bitch happy as hell, she smiling. If she turn it around, I'm pounding. I drop a new song, they like how it sounding. Real ass niggas, I be around. I talk to the money cause I'm who found it. The bitch acting weird, had to close that chapter. The bitch tried to play me, but now I'm not an actor. I got all your info, I'm not no hacker. I feel like I'm Jason, I get it and slash. I might be like Sonic, I boomed and dash. Put Glock to his head and he turned to a dash. My shit Lamborghini, but this shit the track. You're not playing Fortnite, so how did I trap her?
Gang, 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 gang. Music may damage your eardrums and hurt your soul.
Shout out Obert for real. Subscribe.
Yeah, exotic.
That was Exotic on My Body by Elliot and Nell.
Nell was second. He said
Nell's
Nell in the verse, yeah.
Okay. Processing this a little bit. I think you guys. So here's my feedback. I think that you guys both, Elliot, you did a solid job as far as your delivery. You have an interesting voice and an interesting sound and cadence. Mix wise, I think you guys kind of overcompensated with your vocals because this feels like one of the beats where you got it and it was already mastered. So you're trying to like get above this already mastered beat, and it kind of causes a lot of clashing, especially you can hear that in the kicks. Maybe stylistically, some people like that, but I feel like you're chasing the mix at that point because the beat's already been like peaked out volume wise and sound wise, and then you got to mix above that, and it just creates a bad sonic experience. The other thing that I would say verse wise is I think you guys kind of not expecting this track to be like lyrical or anything like that, but there's a heavy reliance on the word bitch. Like a lot of these lines ended with bitch or shit. And I feel like you can do better. Like you can be more creative than just everything having to be bitch this, bitch that, bitch this, bitch that. Sure, that can be like the vibe, the style or whatever, but it just feels like low hanging fruit to me. Like you're chasing something that's very easy to just throw in at the end of the line because it's, you can't think of something else to say. So I would say like, even if you drop that word off the end and just leave the lines as they are, it's a step in the right direction. But it's not a bad song. I think those are the two things that I would call out. Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta. There's other words than bitch and the N word. Come on.
Wait. That's a hot take, Dice.
You mean there's more words in the dictionary? That's all.
What about advocates?
No. Yeah, that was the only thing that really stood out to me is like there was a lot of, and I'm not saying that, oh my God, I want a clean track. I'm just saying like you use it so many times and like, okay, what else you got in your bag of tricks is what I mean. So I would still give this, it's not bad. 6.5.
Yeah, I think that I like the first verse more than the second. The style you used, I think there's a market for it, and you did it well. However, for me, I would rather you did an auto-tune. I just fucking would. I think that it's a style, I get it. I think this would have been a better track with no auto-tune because it makes your voice crack and it just kind of sounds bad to me. That being said, I liked your melodies. I think you have an ear for where to place the words, how to deliver it, the flow. I think that's all, good. You've got that down. It's just a matter of the word choice, like Dice said. I think the lyrics could use some creativity, some brushing up, right? Sure, you fuck this bitch, you fuck that bitch. They all love Elliot. Fuck all the bitches. But there's got to be a cooler or a funnier way to say it than just I fucked that bitch. And I think maybe that's the next step as you grow in your artistic journey. Nell, on the second verse, I'll just say I did get really tired of the cadence, and I started to kind of predict it. Da 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 da. It's the same thing that we were talking about before. Like when newer artists start to go, they get in this mode that they're like, oh, I found the pocket. I'm going to hold on to this pocket with a white knuckle grip, and I'm never going to let it go because I found it. It works for this beat. Sure. But also as a listener, you want to hear some differences, some switch ups. So that's my feedback. I'd probably give this one a 5.5. I liked it more than I didn't like it, but I think there's some growth to be had.
I shot Bird out of the picture. God damn. Didn't mean to do that. My bad.
Yeah, Dice just murdered me off screen. Yeah. And there I go.
How dare you give it a 5.5?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Okay, 6. You got it. It's 6.
That's better.
Fucking 6.
Put some respect on Elliot's name.
Don't shoot, man. Don't shoot.
All right. Later, Elliot. Be sure to drop off some more tracks next week.
Shout out, Elliot.
All right. Next up is Descendant of Root. Here is Mix 3 from November 2nd. Again, no clue what the fuck this is about, but we'll find out.
I'm seeing the lights. Crushing up greens on the snare drum. Chip on your shoulder, a dandruff. Breaking our back, no skin, that's bare bones. Cutting the slack, no stool, you dead wrong. Yeah, I'm tall, need SUV headroom. Yeah, bought new Apple headphones. Yeah, I start new bidet in my restroom. California king in my bedroom. New swings in the air, boo. New songs on the iTunes. Don't need no one, turn up the volume. We gon' make it out the bayou. We gon' make it out the bayou. We gon' make it out the bayou. Streaming this song is inviolable. Selling your life for a pint of gold. Immature doctors observing your pineal. That's Lucky Charles, what you fighting for? Getting your fill, but I'm kinda full. Y'all popping pills cause you kinda dull. But I ain't got no one to go. Don't need no one else till I could.
Shout out YPG.
Fuck with y'all. Don't need no one else. Fuck, as hard as it get. Hop out of it. Lickety split. Don't need no one else till I could. Fuck with y'all. Don't need no one at all.
Yeah.
Cycle repeating, deceiving. I'm dreaming of days. Ghosts on bikes and getaways. I got
here to get a break. These bungalows feel like they cabriolets. I'm probably gon' peek to another phase. Keep chasing those brighter days. Rack up them cycles, I'm talking on life, cause I'm talking about what we gon' do tomorrow. I'm seeing the light. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm seeing the light. Oh, I'm seeing the light. 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 Yeah, been working so hard. I need to get lucky. Drive around lost. Please somebody love me. Somebody love me. Somebody love me. Somebody love me. Somebody love me.
You're like not sure when there is a piano coming in or coming out.
Well, I really wasn't just waiting.
I feel attacked.
Yeah, that was who the hell was that?
Descendant of Root, right?
Yeah, Descendants of Root. Look, sorry.
You upset a whole classroom of children.
I think it's one of those songs where the way it was executed was dope. It just doesn't hit for me. It's just the beat is just too abstract for the song that is performed on top of it. And then just the longer the song went, the more confused I got because I couldn't digest like the tone of the song because I have this goofy ass beat playing in the background. Like I felt like the song itself was like deeper. It had some meaning to it, but then I have to listen to these like this loud ass slap snare in the background and like these strange sounds coming in and out. I just couldn't jive with it, man. I'm a jive turkey.
What's your rating?
Objectively, I'll give this a fuck. I give it a 5.5 because I think the only thing mix wise that was really not quite there for me was just like the verses just sounded very thin in comparison to all the layers and stuff on the hook. But I like the performance. I like, the variety and the style switch ups and everything. Just overall, I just didn't like it.
Here's what's annoying. Let's just cut to the chase. Let's just lay it all on the line. Show you my cards. Show you more if you pay me. Look, Descendant of Root. The issue is you're a dope artist. I can tell already. Like you have a good style. Your writing was advanced. You have a good mastery of flow, delivery, and interesting things to say. The problem is you went out into New York City and sampled a homeless man banging on a bucket with a fucking snare drum while some neighbor lady smashed her garage door with a fucking rake. And that was the beat you chose to rap over. The fuck are you doing? What the fuck? I don't get it. That beat was so bad. Like, no person should have heard that and be like, yes, I should make a song to that. Hated everything about the beat. And yeah, man. The terrible shit.
Terrible shit just happened to Bird in Walker, Louisiana. Welcome back.
Damn it. Ruined my joke. I said the terrible things happened in Walker, Louisiana, and in my ears when that fucking beat played. So that's my take. I'll give it an objective 4 because you're a dope artist. Would have been a 1, but you gave it 3 points by your style. Never rap on that beat again or anything like it. That's my feedback.
Yeah. That's what happens when like a dope artist is like, you know what? I haven't dropped acid before in my life. And then they drop acid and they wake up and like, what did I just record? let me just submit it to this review show right quick and let them tell me. That's why it doesn't even have a name. It's just 11/2/2024. That's it. He doesn't even know what the fuck he just made. He's just like, fuck it, drop it in the queue.
Fuck it. Descendants of Root. The first thought I had was, this is tree people music. Music for the tree people. Of course this sounds good. They're all up in their branches on LSD. Like, why not?
Chain me to the trees, save the trees, man.
Don't fucking take my bucket. I'm busy drumming on this.
You're gonna have to cut my body in half to take this tree. All right, let's get it together. All right. Yeah, shout out to Descendants of Root. Obviously a dope, talented, skilled artist. And shout out to AD Rocky for loving Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes, and thanks for clarifying. Sounds like the Mississippi place is the good place. So I learned something new today. There's a spot in Mississippi that is dope.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I've never been.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is better than, just driving through a sundown town and feeling scared for your life.
Oh my God. So I went to school in a bit of a sundown town. And in my shitty old car, my very first car, 96, fucking garbage piece of shit, it said I had half a tank of gas. There was probably about 2 hours left in my drive. Well, that half tank went to like red within a half hour. And this is the part of the state where like there's nothing around. I'm talking like wheat fields, rolling wheat fields for like 3 hours. So I made it to a sundown town on fumes at like, midnight. We're coming back to school. I was already like past the empty, go like 10 minutes into town to stop at a gas station. The first sign of a town I could see. This fucking town didn't have card readers in the gas station. It was like a cash only thing. So I wasted 10 minutes going into a town when I was already on empty, had to go back out, drive another 20 minutes to an actual town that took credit cards. So I made it against all odds. And I still think about that sometimes of how that could have been the murder of me. That could have been the end.
I'm glad you didn't get groped and thrown in somebody's trunk.
What was his name? Zohar? Just like, I'm here to rape. I'm from space.
We got to listen to his song coming up. How many we got before you? About 3 or 4. All right. Yeah. Anyway, next up is your favorite artist or one of your favorite artists.
Ooh.
I know Ray has shared with me that they enjoy this person's music. I'm not going to say that I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say that all the music sounds the same to me. It's yours truly, R.I.P. Lux. This is called Based on the Truth.
Well, apparently we're in a beef that I don't care about, and he dissed us last time, so I'd be interested to see what he does this time.
Maybe he sings you praises and gives you flowers.
I hope so. We were going to do a song at one point.
Not happening now, is it?
I don't care. I'd still do it. That's how little I care about beef. It's like...
What you mean? Great beyond. What you mean? What you mean? Oh, you gonna buy me diamonds?
Yeah. You living out your dream, beauty queen. Flash the numbers on the screen. Let them buzz you in your jeans. Throwing a muzzle when you scream. What you believe in Adam and Eve, in good and evil. When you sleep, you still stroll through my feed. What's real in dream world look classic. Jackie on acid, sharing Polanski mashup. Went from ashy to plastic, banking on Cash App. Slimy another gram. Sign on, you crazy diamond. I'm dying, I hold your hand. What you say, we only fans. Get your ends, get your name known. Pushy on payroll. Save you a shallow gray back page for Jane Doe. Go get your cell, girly boss rationale. And still really you hold yourself for some massive bill.
What you mean? What you mean? Great beyond. What you mean? What you mean?
This
Great
song to breathe. Can't be a chorus himself, but
The
biggest sin is to lie to yourself for nothing. I lie to a bitch for topping, I lie to investors for profit. Lindy hop through the city with Buffets and Diddy's mobbing. Got you knocking on their vans for some minty chocolate. Christmas shopping for divas. Photoshop Barbie brushed away her ragdoll features in one swipe. Pillow talk through her laptop speakers. Let me slide my visa. A rosy veil filter the bleakness of Mona Lisa. Slave for Gaza, those bombs bought you the Mazda, the bonbons and the Pradas. You got your own little intifada. Go for the kill and steal and half a heartbeat on the walls around your heart. I wrote I love you with my Sharpie.
What you mean? Gretzky Beyond.
Wow. All right.
RP Lux based on the truth and lies. There you go, Bird.
I'll be honest. To me, this was a 10. I loved it. And here's why. We've made fun of him before in the past, kind-heartedly. Motherfucker can't do a hook to save his life. He just kind of normally what he submits is from start to finish, it's just one long string of rhyming words. This time he had a dope beat with a cool sample, interesting, a way to break up the long rhyming word strings. And I think it worked phenomenally. I think that the lyrics were interesting, the cadence, the delivery, fire. Like, he's also one that really commands the delivery of each note, each tone. And this is, you know, somebody you can take fucking notes from. Half the people that watch this show, listen to how he's delivering and then listen to your own robot shit. Each fucking word is different with emotion. Not, you know, I'll step off my high horse, but big fan of this song. I'm going to give it a 10. Hard stop. Shout out.
Yeah, don't take notes from this guy, dude. He can't even make a hook. What the fuck? Look, I think he's a talented lyricist. I think the song is the beat. I don't like the beat, and I don't like that he gets to cop out and just find samples for hooks because he's never done a good hook.
We're just judging the song. We're not judging can he do a hook.
I know. Well, I'm saying he can't do a hook, and I'm saying I'm judging the hook on this is garbage. I don't like the sample. It just sounds out of place with the intricate lyrics that he does. It just feels like the fuck is that? It's pretty lazy to me, the hook that is here. I think solid verses, lazy ass hook sample. That's how I feel about this particular song. And I think at this point, I would rather just hear him rap on Dog Tag's beats than the beats that he does choose, because I feel like this beat is just, it's not doing him any justice. And I feel like that's part of the reason why I can't get into his songs is like, I don't like the beats that he uses. I'd rather hear him rap on Dog Tag's beats, but I know he hardly ever communicates on the Discord, so I don't know that that'll ever happen unless he just decides to diss us again. We'll see.
I couldn't disagree more. I love this beat, and I think
rocks.
the sample is perfect. Go ahead.
It's because you digest weenies in your sleep.
No, it's because I listen to more than just fucking Hot Boys and their sex in the shower.
It's fucking, not sex. I listen to more than the Hot Boys. Come on. But no, I think I'm not gonna knock his lyrics. I'm just gonna say it feels underwhelming when on this beat. Like, I feel like the beat is holding me back from enjoying this more, and I just don't like this beat. So for that reason, I'll give this a 6.
All right.
And also,
whereas I like the beat being understated because he can really play with it in his tone and delivery.
Also, word diarrhea. I just became disinterested the more verbose his lyrics became, because it was just throwing shit at you. It wasn't really throwing it at you to get you involved in the story, to me.
You know, you just have to listen to more Chino XL to really understand this.
Oh, so you want me to hate it? Gotcha. All right. Well, shout out to RIP Lux. Looking forward to your next diss to White Collar Rhymes. Until then, here's Kinamon, some Japanese rap.
What?
But Kuro, this is called Mizame.
No.
You listen to any Japanese music?
No, zame.
Take that as a no.
No.
All right, let's take a listen
I
to
did
this one.
take a year and a half of Japanese though. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ushi o kaimasu ka?
All right, I'm pressing play.
Yeah. 聞こえるか毎日繰り返してるよ Yeah あれは俺の異次元まで響く俺の俺のあれは俺の異次元まで響く俺の俺のありふれた毎日冷たい息吹赤く染めた祈り消える前ひたすら守り金間に夢を邪魔に上がる誇りを悟り想像した段取りを名乗るつもり雨が止む朝になるたまにある幸運を狩る苦悩の原因自分自身失敗の味いまいち乗れる波望み道飽きる旅まだ道運命が立つの悩み闇が開く運の鍵あれは俺の異次元まで響く俺の俺のあれは俺の異次元まで響く俺の俺の邪魔者避けたいなら問題そうタイムラインの勝ち合い作る間合いの効果の機械の要素さ間違えられないほどさ悪夢の薄の探知不信の増加予算前頭悪の相関俺の染むあの時両親笑顔喜び闇を越え意気込み過去覚え悲しみ将来甘くない浅くない薄暗いもっと深い知りたい何も失いたくない
All right. I'm going to say something extremely controversial here. That was Bakuro Bakuro song Mazami. I feel like we just listened to the Japanese Cyclone. All right. I feel like you're too close to the microphone and the vocals are mixed too loud on the beat. And I sense a lot of hesitation in your delivery, especially in the hook. Like, I feel like for this style of beat and that hook that you're giving, it should be a little bit more like energetic and powerful. And I feel like it's lacking that energy and that body. I think the verses are okay, the second verse being better than the first, but I definitely feel like you're just too close to the mic and overcompensating by making the mix a lot louder, and it's just missing a little bit more relaxed swagger and the energy. Like, I expected this to be a little bit more screamy or a little bit more powerful, and it just felt like you're hesitant for some reason. So that's my take on this, and I would give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I agree. I think that like it's hard to, I'm kind of imagining if I did understand the lyrics, if I, did speak the language better than my 1.5 years in high school, if I'd feel differently. I don't think so, because it felt like kind of some of the songs we've heard tonight where it's like, all right, let's just slap some auto tune on it. Let's just say some basic shit and then just have a banging trap beat in the background. Right. It just, who knows what you said, but it just kind of felt a little basic to me. And if you're going to be basic, I need you to really go over the top of that delivery to make it, make me not hone in on what you're saying. Even though I can't tell what you're saying, I kind of can tell what you're saying, if that makes sense. So I'll give it a shrug and a 6.
All right. Next up is Creepy Nuts Makes Some Insane Japanese Music.
Creepy Nuts.
Okay. Next up is Leonard. This is called Charisma.
Nah.
On the Z's.
See what you did there. Young Gao.
I bet this song sounds exactly like the last song with more energy. Put $100 on it.
Yeah. But det vi har mig, jeg kan ikke sige nej, og jeg kan ikke sige nej. Brytterne fake, hun vil bare leke, og hun læser mig fejl. Nu er vi testet, jeg vil være første cap, jeg lykker det ej. 2000 heste med bilen er næsten, og jeg ridser med mig. 2000 heste, jeg ridser med gæsten. Pille de kalde, jeg pille som western. Ridser den damer, og hun ser det vesten. Fisse på alle, jeg fisse på resten. Ridser den damer, og hun ser det vesten. Jeg hopper mig væk med det vægt i gul. Sædlerne flexer, jeg højt med fuld. Sædlerne flexer, jeg højt med yeah. Sædlerne flexer, jeg højt som en gris med vinger. 100 gazillion pris, jeg payer. Banken er fyldes op, så jeg må spænde. Spiser på hummer, vi spiser med hænder. Det er nogle mange folk, aldrig vil kende. Bare taknemmelig må have det i mente. Trading og feber, så går det mig syge. Snakker op penge, som om jeg har dybe. Lægger ned tekst for den biten er dyndig. Jeg kan bruge det, men jeg har mange kunder.
Or is this his tone to be done? That's his voice.
But it's kind of an effect too. Like a lot of reverb on it.
Because you have this, and then you have the other. Is it two people on this?
I know the high pitch is definitely good. I'm not sure. I think it's his normal.
Jeg vil have pan med store guldfisk i. Jeg vil have mand, jeg vil have mand, jeg vil have mand i. But det vi har mig, jeg kan ikke sige nej, og jeg kan ikke sige nej. Brytterne fake, hun vil bare lægge, og hun læser mig fejl. Nu er vi testet, jeg vil på første cap, jeg lykker det ej. 2000 heste med bilen er næsten, og jeg ridser med mig. 2000 heste, jeg ridser med gæsten. Pille de kalde, jeg pille som western. Ridser den damer, og hun ser det vesten. Fisse på alle, jeg fisse på resten. Ridser den damer, og hun ser det vesten. Jeg hopper mig væk med det vægt i gul. Sædlerne flexer, jeg højt med fuld. Sædlerne flexer, jeg højt med fuld.
Leonard is a talented artist that makes bullshit music because he thinks it's trendy. 6.5.
It's a great summary. You don't have any more to expand upon that?
No, Leonard knows that I respect where he started at and where he's at with his beats. I think he knows you listen to him, he knows what the fuck he's doing when he's like laying down vocals. He knows the mix is a little bit low, but he knows like he's talented. But he makes just the most bullshit rubbish music that goes fucking nowhere. Like this will mean nothing in 20 fucking years. That's what I mean. Like super talented dude makes bullshit music.
Yeah, I mean that's the style of music he's interested in, so that's the style of music he's making. You know, it is a little frustrating from an outsider's perspective because you see what could be, right? There's the talent, all the talent in the world, especially with at such a young age, right? Producing his own shit, doing his own vocals, rapping, like you're on beat. It sounds good what you're doing to it. Although I will put the caveat, my take is I liked the lower parts, didn't like the higher parts. And it sounded like it was pitched. It sounded like it was a chipmunk effect. Apologies if that's just your voice. But I don't think it is. I think you did that on purpose. And we've seen that a couple times where, you know, some of these kids will just, for whatever reason, choose to pitch their vocals up. And yes, the beat, let's call it the middle. The beat is in the middle. There's a way to hit the middle tones, the high tones, and the low tones. There's a pocket for all of them. But you don't need to just to be fucking goofy. I think just doing it in your natural tone, just doing it kind of in that middle to meet the beat, those parts were a lot more enjoyable than whatever else you tried to do with it. So that's my feedback. I'll give it an objective 6 and just kind of say I also felt like it was a bit basic and that it'd be really dangerous if you decided to make good music one day.
Leonard is Obi Trice.
Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Falls off the radar after that. I mean, he had a couple good hits, but I mean,
got some teeth.
Yeah, I like
that.
Hey,
lady.
I love that song.
There's some bangers that are like never made radio air, but they made my childhood bedroom.
Yeah, Leonard's made some bangers that I've loved, and then I hear the rest, and I'm like, this is garbage, and I throw my mouse at the wall as hard as I can. And then I go buy a new one because I'm a baller.
For what it's worth, it feels like whenever he tries to lean into just being trendy, those are the songs I hate the most.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you're just doing whatever, you're just fucking around being creative, those are the best ones.
I would rather Leonard make a song like A.D. Rocky about his dad beating the shit out of him than what I just heard. No offense to A.D. Rocky, but I would rather hear that content come out of Leonard than this, is what I mean.
Totally. So you hear that, Leonard? Go get in a fight with your dad. Pick
No,
a fucking
don't.
fight, get him to sock you in the face, and then talk about it on a beat.
Speaking of socking somebody in the face, Zorlin says this is the first track of their In Progress album. Oh, it's a lyric video. Let me load up the video. Hold on.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Whew. The picture that this starts off on, I know is going to make Bird happy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Hold on. Let me get this bad boy ready to go. All right. Here is Zorlin. This is called Story Weaver.
5 minutes and 32 seconds. I don't see anything.
Hold on. What happened? Is it just darkness? Let me refresh. It is just darkness. It wasn't me. I can see a glimpse of. Okay, yeah, it's getting bigger now. Robin Williams. It's just very dark.
I can't fucking tell.
Just Robin Williams with a very, very dark filter on top of it. Now, black.
I'm the reaper,
Here's the
a
song.
story weaver that leaves you in suspension, seeking retention in this dimension between dimensions. Did I mention I'm practically a deity? Welcome to the inn on the hill. Hell comes in us, so give me the will. I don't preach it, we're betting it. We got meat in abundance and ambience. You win, but don't mean, sit on down. Don't worry about currency.
All right, we gotta send this to AWOL.
and set my eyes on the
What did you say?
All right, just we got to send this to AWOL and send this to Ray. And, you know, our resident, you know, nerd rappers, we need to see what their thoughts are on this, because I don't want to, you know, my judgment to be clouded. I'd be curious what AWOL and Ray think.
Hold on, let me make that happen. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to paste the link in both of their inboxes right now.
Turns out it wasn't saying raper, so that helps with the lyric video.
I have just dropped the link unannounced in both of their inboxes, and we're going to listen and see what they say whenever they respond.
the mound and ended up with the crown. Didn't really like responsibility, but when the monster came, I knocked it off of my responsibility. The citizenry asked me never to cease, so I simply can't see any instance where the sick and the twisted can seek vengeance. Was empty inside at one point in time, but now I'm here, my dear customer, have no fear. No matter the trouble, I shout your rubbish, little goblins, to get this pumping on the dance floor. We got minotaurs, orcs, and a myriad of beings in force. Only blue light doors have fun. But don't be stunned if you get kicked out like a bum if you're scum, hun. Have some meat, down some mead, patron of this town. So do not fuck around, cause I will find out. And if you so doubt, I can rip you into ether. I am the Story Weaver. Oh yes, I've heard of her, but had the option to observe, and I find it quite absurd how you all struggle to find your worth. You all built your own cages that gave them names. It's not conducive or productive to act like not after right is a reductive or redundant. Abducted, died, the rare man are prescribed. I'm not quite sure how you're able to find us. Forget the rhyme and rust, you know the saying, dust to dust. Why bother with proper anomalies? You are a keen soul, I mean me, I know I've seen scars. I was born immortal till I found a portal in my sire in my heart of fire. Turns out I was born to a monster, half abomination. Went on to found a nation and find a base and make it a rotation. Really aching, throw parch, settle down, covered isn't sparse. A couple of words till it get used, making an art. Tasty as one could be, hired the finest diner chefs. I admire the fire, no regrets. Hire a siren, put it to bed. You got questions, I know. Deep down in your soul, I can see you fade. Oh, my name, I forgot that silly thing. Became a fame leader, call me the Tavern Keeper, the Soul Reaper, the Have some meat, down some mead, patron of this town. So do not fuck around, cause I will
Don't worry, we still
find
got
out.
another
And
17
if you
minutes.
so doubt, I can rip you
2 more
into
minutes.
ether. I am the Story Weaver. As I said, I'm the leading dimension of reality. I bend so many worlds, some swirl, others are hurled into oblivion. What you deem as fiction is simply different rules. And if you can choose, I don't get stay there. Your world is mundane, the words that I've seen are scared. And because the rich to the monstrous rhyme so hot, the heat's a Kelvin, and I'll never stop. And I don't need to be modest. I've had babies with goddesses, slain gods, entire timelines. Fear my rise, preposterous. Hoping they can kill me, it's nonsense. Don't got the knowledge or the confidence, so why put yourself in opposition? The position you're sitting in is indicative of the conditioning. I'm predicting a bell will toll. While I'm only open to those who want clothes. So you can't pretend this isn't what you chose. Across that threshold, you find yourself safe in a place far from home, but we're not, though. We embrace change. Encourage failure, forward to failure. Growth can start tomorrow. But now let's get you believe.
I don't know if I can do this, Bert.
1 minute and 32. We got this.
Okay.
I find it amusing to nod at every fucking line. I swear to God. We would have missed this.
Have some meat, down some mead, patron of this town. So do not fuck around, cause I will find out. And if you so doubt, I can rip you into ether. I am the Story Weaver. Stories in abundance, fun, safety, growth. Welcome to the inn on the hill, where fantasy meets reality.
What are the
horror
odds
is
this guy's a
not tragedy,
dungeon master?
and where
Like a
pain
DM?
is turned into a force for change.
This guy runs a campaign.
Sit on down, take a deep draft of that sweet.
Don't you think of stopping?
I've got plenty to share.
How's the beat ending 30 seconds? Is it just ending? What's going to happen?
There's got to be something more.
I'm okay.
Thank you for watching. That was Story Weaver.
Yes.
The first song in an album that I've created. And I won't be releasing any further singles. This is really just to tease the album. But I really thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there will be a link to the SoundCloud down below, as well as the instrumentals link from Darkside. Fantastic instrumentalist. And I'll continue to work on the album. Thank you for watching.
It ends with a long apology or a long thank you. That hits right to the heart. I love
Let
it.
me. So I sent this link to Ray. He just exited the booth as I sent him this link. Let me read to you the 3 lines that he wrote. What the fuck? I thought this was going to be a beat, crying face. Then he said, never heard anything like it. Big car crash energy. And then he said, gruesome, but I can't stop listening.
I gotta say, when we were at like 2 minutes and 30 and you stopped, I was like, don't you dare. And then we had 1 minute and 30 left. I was like, don't fucking click that. And then, oh man, we would have missed the thank you at the end.
No, I'm not. I'm going to describe something very specific, and it's very relatable to this. There is I don't remember if it's like College Humor, but there's a video skit of what it's like to live with Jigsaw from Saw as your roommate.
Okay.
He keeps just doing annoying shit like, I've hidden your keys in the dog's stomach. You have 30 seconds to find them or else you'll be late for it. Just random bullshit like that in your daily life. That is what I felt like listening to this song, of just like, just saying whatever the fuck he feels like. Have some mead, have some meat. Like, I was just playing earlier when I was like recreating old English, like, mother, I've created this ensemble, and this motherfucker made a whole 5-minute song out of it.
Yeah, you just did an entire D&D campaign in 5.5 minutes.
I feel like, okay, specific to this song, I feel like you wrote a bunch of words in a character capturing the essence of something fantastical in your mind, and then you found a beat and you made those words happen on top of it without any context of what it means to create a song with the beat rather than separate from the beat and then just putting it on top of the beat. It didn't feel like the lyrics really went along with the beat at all. although you did a portion of them on beat, it was very whimsical. Whimsical to the point of I painfully had to listen to that from start to finish. And I don't know where I'm at in my life, but I feel a little bit more like drinking after listening to that. And I've never drunk in 39 years. Give it a... I'll give it a strong 3.
All right. Yeah. Well, listen, you get 1 point for in the full version that we listened to with lyrics, we see you didn't claim to be a raper.
Kudos.
That's 1 point. In the snippets of the song you sent earlier, I was like, what is intergalactic raper? So 1 point for that. Yeah, man, like it felt both goofy in that, like, oh, you're gonna put on this silly voice and be a character. It felt kind of corny in that sense. And from a technical standpoint, like, the effects were exhausting. You had one layer and then just, I think it was probably an effect to that layer, but it's a possibility that it was just another layer that you put in the background, literally rapping the same verse. So whether it was the same with just one stupid effect that made the vocals double, or whether it was 2 lines or 2 layers happening at the same time, exhausting. Never ever do that. A normal or better way to approach this is just do 1 layer throughout with another layer of just overdubs, slightly lower, to kind of hit the emphasis points. So that's just 101 type shit that I'll say. Man, the lyrics, the reason I was like, all right, we got to send this to, AWOL and Ray. We got to, because we always said the same shit to them. They would start out, they would send us these nerdy songs about abacuses and fucking, ancient Egypt. And we'd be like, I don't know that this is that relatable. And they'd be like, fuck you, my nerds love it. So we're going to toss it over to the nerds, see what they say. For me, it just felt a little goofy, and the execution was poor from a technical perspective, which made it hard to appreciate what you were trying to go for. So before my house burns down, I'm going to give it a 2.
All right. Is the house not burning anymore?
No, I think it was just in and out, just dipping your toes in the water.
Quick little fire and put it out. All right. Yeah. I'm not sure that Ye Olde English resonates in this year, but yeah, I'll see what AWOL says. Maybe AWOL will respond before we end the show. All right. Next up is Tokes. This is called Merry Go Round. Okay.
I love Mary Jane, love it when Mary go round. I've been up, homeboy, yes, I've been down. I've been through the hood, homeboy, I get around. I don't need a fucking ounce, bitch, I smoke about a pound. I've been up, homeboy, yes, I've been down. I love when Mary Jane on me come around. That she gets around, hell yeah, before we pass her around. Smoking up the Buddha, we some Buddha lovers through your town. I beat that pussy up, I beat it up, make it sound like pasta. Hell yeah, I'm in the hood, homeboy, smoking up like a rasta. Hell yeah, this for la raza. Hell no, I can't back with no chavala. Homeboy, cause your ass will catch a fucking bala. Hot one, motherfucker, homeboy, don't come close to one real wood, not keep it straight OG. Cause you know me, I stay smoking on that OG. That cookies, hell yeah, it's 420 when you fucking with that dope kids, homeboy, from that motherfucking beat. So I love Mary Jane, love it when Mary go round. I've been up, homeboy, yes, I've been down. I've been through the hood, homeboy, I guess around. I don't need a fucking ounce, bitch, I smoke about a pound.
another doubled vocal.
Cause a motherfucker tryna get high. Fuck security, we gon' turn it up. Another blow, we gon' roll it up. If a motherfucker trip, we gon' roll him up. Hell yeah, homeboy, we gon' roll him up. We don't give a fuck, we gon' pull it up. We gon' smoke it up, we gon' coke it up. We gon' bitch motherfucker, we gon' fuck him up. If he fucks with us, we gon' fuck him up. I'ma roll it up and I'ma smoke it up. That bomb
Roll them up, fuck them up, coke them up.
fuck him up. Smoking all day, all night long. Hell yeah, pass that shit to me, cause you know those can smoke good weed. Fuck what these fools talk about. They don't got no fucking bud. Homeboy, they don't got no money. Man, to me, motherfucker, look funny. Hell yeah, gonna pass that weed, pass that shit to me.
How
On
is
me,
it both,
let me show
like,
you how I does
strong
this.
delivery
Let me
and
show you how I
delivery
rolls
at the
this.
same
Yeah,
time?
let me show you how I smoke this. Hell yeah, I stay high, like Cheech and Chong up in
Schrodinger's
smoke.
delivery.
Let's roll it up. These fools are nothing but some fucking jokes. I love Mary Jane, love it.
I'm going to stop it on this last hook just because I feel like the hook is the weakest part of this whole song. The hook is bad. I mean, it's sloppily performed and it just comes off as goofy. The verses aren't bad, albeit they're just very basic. And just the quality is suffering. It just feels muffled listening to everything and hard to really hear clear what you guys are saying. Just the hook, man, is just killing me. Like, the hook is just so bad. I would rather you just take the hook out and say, I haven't done a hook yet, than what you have there. Shit, I'll give this a 4.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were talking about with the last one, where you decided to add a doubling effect to your layer, and it kind of made everything sound bad, just in general. Like, the vocals sounded bad because you had this other layer going the entire time. And on top of that, it's like, realistically, this should have one layer with proper volume, right? That's been an issue in the past. And then, another recording of just the ad-libs. Say the same fucking thing over. So that's kind of the first problem. And then, like Dice said, like, the hook was offbeat. Like, you're just not on. And because it repeats, it's even more kind of torturous to listen to, because you're like, like, I'm cringing a little bit because it's not hitting where it needs to. And then it happens again. And then you wait, a little bit, and then it happens again. So I would just say that I think that as far as volume-wise, this is better. Like, the volume is higher, but it has a weird effect to it. So keep working with the volumes and the mixes. The content leaves a lot to be desired. Like, who doesn't love smoking weed? But you also rhymed up with up with up with up like 20 times. Like, an entire verse was roll it up, smoke it up, toke it up. Like, it's
throw it up, blow it up, hold it up, mow it up, pull it up, slow it up.
You're doing it, Dice. You're doing the rap.
I'm freestyling.
Freestyle. I can rap about anything. Traffic. Give me a chapstick. All right. Anyways, I would just challenge you to, if you want to make a weed song, talk about it. Talk about specifics. What are you fucking smoking on? Is it that blueberry yum yum? Is it them cocoa pebbles? I don't know. Are you getting a pop can, poking holes in it, sprinkling some marijuana dust over it, and then putting a lighter to it? Or are you taking it in a huge bong and then spilling that all over your mom's basement? Which one is it? Something to think about. I'll give it a 3.
You know what I like to smoke?
Dick.
Some
Got
brisket
him.
and some Lizzies.
Those two.
Yeah. And some dick. As the almighty BA would say.
You're smoking dick.
I remember the first time he came on here and just told everybody they were smoking dick.
That was fun. I think I
Fun?
might have copied him for like a week. I was like, that's fun to say to people. You're smoking dick.
Y'all are smoking dick. I forgot I gotta remember what song it was, but he came on here telling us all we were smoking dick. And I was a little bit humbled, but also amused.
I think he was arguing with me because I was like, that song is great. And he's like, yeah, smoking dick.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more songs left in the queue. First up, Rob the Deity. This is called Wanna Love.
Bitch threw my heart away, she can never love me. She said she don't wanna be in love. I did it to my mouthpiece, I did it to her body. Butterflies, you got me feeling numb. She just wanna fuck me, Tracy make her comfy. Shawty, she can't never get enough. Said she got a man, I caught her bluff. That choke on her neck, she like it rough. I'ma introduce me, Shawty, she seduce me. Tracy, a master with his tongue. Shawty got a pinching on her tongue. She know how to really turn me on. I met her on the tune, man, waited with the moves down. Shawty tryna fuck with a bum. I'ma flex the riches while they come. Shoot up at the party, better run. Bitch threw my heart away, she can never love me. She said she don't wanna be in love. I did it to my mouthpiece, I did it to her body. Butterfly, she got me feeling numb. She just wanna fuck me, Tracy make her coffee. Shawty, she ain't never get enough. Shawty, she ain't never get enough. Shawty, she ain't never get enough.
That was Rob the Deity with Wanna Love. I always feel like Rob has some very interesting sounds and some very cool tracks, but they always suffer from very bad quality or very bad mixing.
Yeah.
And definitely on this one, I wanted to like this more, but it just sounded muffled and very rough out of the box. And then the other thing, I guess, it's a short song, but even towards the end, like he kept that same cadence over and over again. I wish he would have just slightly tweaked it. Although, like, I still like for what it is, but I'm just disappointed that the quality is so bad. I'll give it a 5 just because I like his style, but I don't like the sound of this track. It's just poorly mixed and rough.
Yeah, I will just double down on that too. I think it sounded cool. I liked the style. I liked the approach. The quality just makes it uncomfortable to listen to. I think also just the content, again, like could be a little bit more creative, but at the same time, like I liked the sound of it, just needed better quality. I'll give it a 5 for that reason too.
All right, last track of the night, newcomer to the Discord, Aiden Capilot. This track is called "'Cause She Bad." Here we go.
Hey man, you already know what the fuck going on. I didn't capitalize this motherfucker. I should have turned this shit MOB shit. Fuck it up, cause she bad. Ayy, she fuck it up, cause she bad. She move her hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad. She fuck it up, cause she bad. She move her hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad. Ay, I like the way you move it. Someone calling my phone, I'm like, who this? Shawty from my show, she like, what you doing? Talking hella spicy, I'm like, come on and let's do it. Yeah, you really fucking with the best. I'm my IE, baby, representing for the West. Spread getting thicker, cause I'm hanging out with the vets. Big MOB, we on top, nobody else is a threat. Now we gon' get them gunned down, we just up the skull now. Bro, Buster see my motion, and he want some dough now. Took Shawty to my crib, and I'm about to beat their guts out. Think I got myself a free, Shawty pulling cuss out. She fuck it up, cause she bad. She move her hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad. She fuck it up, cause she bad. She move her hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad.
She a bad bitch coming from the southeast. Chocolate skin, sweet like brownie. Had them Louis, she smell like Downy. She a real bitch, she just left the county. She a ooh, 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 ooh. She so bad, I don't know what to do. Fine bitch, shaking shit, bust a move. Winning with you, I can't lose. Fuck your bitch from the back, yeah, this how I got her feeling. Big gold dick in her stomach, get to drilling. Fast life, can't slow down cause it's thrilling. Rockstar, bitch, I'm sipping lean and it's spilling. Rich shit, by the menu, then don't check the billing. 2 up, bitch, I'm taking off, fuck a ceiling. Fuck pen, even though I got it, I'm still stealing. That little boy a rat, I swear I hear your
fuck it up, cause she bad. She moving hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad. I said she fuck it up, cause she bad. She moving hella ass, cause she bad. I like the way she move, cause she bad. She get anything she want, bitch, cause she bad. Hey man, you already know what the fuck going on, man. Made a couple out with J-Cat, kinda run this bitch up.
Okay, that was Aiden Capilot and I think somebody else, track called Cause She Bad. That's right, Phantom. You ain't never slang no big gold dick before? No? Bird, you?
I slang a medium bronze peen. Big gold dick, that's too much.
What did you think about that?
Man, look. I think they have a good voice. I think the flow is choppy in parts. And I think that lyrically, not much there, right? You rhymed bad with bad a million times. I get it. It's a hook, but fuck, man. It was just so basic. And it's not like catchy enough, like with the melodies and stuff to be like, oh, I don't care what he's saying. It's like, no, you're making me listen. And so now that I'm listening, I'm upset at what I'm hearing. Like I said, I think if they figure out, how to up their pen game, I think the delivery's there. It's just the pen game needs to be more creative, and figuring out the flow along with that is kind of the next step. I'm going to give this a 4, soft 4.
Yeah. Quality is all obviously there. Flow, like you said, was choppy in some points. Look, outside of Back That Ass Up, Sipping on Some Scissor, Big Pimpin', and maybe like a short handful of other songs, there's not many memorable songs where it's just like exploiting women and this kind of topic, right? Like we can probably sit here and run off a list of like classic songs or memorable songs, and a small fraction of them are going to be this kind of content. And I say that to say that people keep presenting us with these songs, and it's like we told the Elliot earlier, it's bitch this, bitch that, bitch give me the top, bitch fuck this bitch here. Said the same thing to Self Savior when he used to send us songs. It's like, I get it. You're knocking them down. Attaboy. Good job. It's not going to be something that I like, oh man, let me throw in that one song about so-and-so crushing pussy. Right? It's just not going to, like, I don't know. I guess I'm questioning where's the artistry in that. And maybe that's like fundamentally not for this particular artist and for this track. But that's where I'm sitting at, is like, why? What's the end game here? Is this song supposed to make me like wake up one morning and be like, yo, I want to hear Cause She Bad? Because it's not. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. And that's why I'm at a 4. Is like the quality is clean, but everything else about it is not very memorable. So it's not Big Pimpin', it's not Juvenile, it's not any of that. It's just another track at the end of the day. So that's why I'm at a 4. But that's our show.
Hey, we did it. All the way through, baby. From start to finish.
We made it through. So that was the review show. We'll be back next week doing it again. Tomorrow, I don't know if the Tuesday show will be live, but tune in case the UK boys are there. And then Sunday, D-Bird and DJ B will be looking at another episode of
Survivor. Listen, even if you're not a huge Survivor nerd like we are, you can still watch the show. You might fucking love it. I almost guarantee it. And then on Sundays, we talk about what happened in the previous show. If you haven't been following along, probably not going to make sense to you, but that's what we do on Sundays.
Ivan Jensen, is that you hanging out there that posted right after we closed the queue? Why not? I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Well, you can fit them in. Why not?
Yeah. Hold on. We got you. It's a movie, so I'm gonna have to do this a little bit differently. Give me 2 seconds.
Definitely. Ivan. That's an interesting name. That's an interesting way to spell Ivan.
Don't hate on Ivan instead of Ivan.
I would never.
All right. Scroll down to the bottom. Here we go. All right. That way I don't have to download this movie and convert it. I'll just play it in the browser.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Here is Ivan. I don't know what this is called, but we'll take a listen.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Love it already?
All right, that was Ivan Pinden. Not sure, Ivan, what's the name of that song? That was actually good. I like that a lot. From a mixed perspective, I did hear like a lot of dead air in the background, like when some of the vocals came in and out, and a little bit of mouth noises. It wasn't like totally distracting to the point of, critique it to death, but just something to call out. Another thing in the second verse, it did feel like there was like a lot of gaps in between you singing some of the parts where it could have been filled out with, wow, you recorded that on your phone? Cool. But yeah, it felt like there could have been like maybe something mix wise with some delays or maybe some background like layering where you could have filled in some of the pockets in between singing some of the leads. But I mean, overall, it's still a solid piece. I would wonder if maybe it can be shortened somehow, maybe like shorten the middle hook. To some degree, it did feel like a little bit long getting towards the end, but it's still a quality song, especially given the fact that you recorded it on your phone. That's dope, man. You got a nice voice, good range, good balance of like the layering the tones. So I definitely like it. Just feel like there's just some mixing things that could give it some polish, but I would give it a 6.5. Like I'm close to giving it a 7, but I feel like it's not polished enough. I don't know. I'm torn. Somewhere between a 6.5 and a 7.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's crazy good vocals, right? I think you.
Uh-oh. Give him 1 second. Welcome back.
Crazy vocals. I stopped talking when I heard the dead silence. I was like, oh God, here it comes again. Yeah, I mean, I think you got a good voice. I think that, yeah, with the right tools, obviously, you know, you can make some pretty great club ready tracks. The parts that were a little confusing to me were the intro, where you're like, let's get ready to rumble, you know, Bruce Buffer's crazy announcer voice, and you're like, oh shit, it's going down. And then here comes 2006 R&B Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like I was at the roller skating rink.
Yeah, like it's totally a different vibe than let's fucking go. It's like, no, I'm gonna bop around, maybe play this for the ladies, right? Like this is a song that some fucking 12-year-old's gonna have your poster on her wall somewhere, right? Like this is the R&B boy band type song, not the like let's fucking murder each other. So that was the first thing that was interesting to me. The only other technical thing I would say is the vocals in the mix. Like I felt like they were a little high, just like not volume wise, but just the quality of the vocals themselves. It sounded like there was a lot of highs in there, and I'd probably suggest balancing it out with maybe some other layers just to kind of make it feel more full bodied. Something to think about, but I think you got a good sound. I'll give it a 6.
Shout out Ivan. Thank you for dropping that off and letting us know you were here.
Dice is clapping with his booty cheeks.
That's my side.
Shout out Ivan. Got Dice's booty clapping.
But yeah, man, I mean, if you need some tips on mixing and stuff, definitely be active on the Discord. We got active community. There's engineers. I do mixing. We got people like Jacob. We got producers, Gons, Noir, whole bunch of folks. That was the other thing. Not that I'm nitpicking on you about it, but I heard the producer tagging the beat. So like, if you're looking for beats, usually like the first 3 or 4 things that we play are beats from some of the producers in the community. So you could probably find a producer to work with and, you know, nail down some of those things that you're trying to learn yourself. Like that's what our community is for, is like getting that helping hand so that you don't have to struggle your way to the point of success. You can like get some knowledge from other people who are doing similar or different things.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to hear other approaches to music, right? It's really, you know, kind of a blessing and a curse, right? That we get to sit up here for 5 hours as people throw whatever the fuck they throw at us. You hear some crazy good shit. You hear some crazy shit. You hear some shit. But at the end of the day, it's like really interesting to hear the different approaches to music. And yeah, I love the community for that aspect too, where you're like, oh, damn, that's an interesting lane that I never even thought of.
Yeah. Who would have thought to do a whole track in ye old English from the 14 and 1500s. I would have never thought to say have some meat and mead as a hook.
Have some meat and have some mead.
Never would have crossed my mind. Now I know.
Story Weaver.
Now I know there's an audience for it, so I'll try that out on my next album.
You know where that audience is? On AWOL's LinkedIn.
I'm dying to know what AWOL says. He still hasn't responded. He's probably, I don't know it. I'm curious. I'm gonna just screenshot whatever he says and drop it in the lounge. But that's our show for tonight. So shout out everybody. Shout out Icky J. I think the last thing we're saying is the D-Bird and DJ B, they'll be doing the Survivor preview or review, I should say, on the previous episode that they watched for the past week. So tune in and check that out. We'll be back. And what's up? Is that what's his name? How do I pronounce this right so I don't jack it up? Fugs? FUGs. The real FUGs. He's back. What up, man?
No, we got it.
We're just closing it out, but we'll be back next Wednesday doing this all over again. Baby John, that's right. Yeah. We're just closing out the show, bro. But if you got some new music, drop it in the queue and we'll listen to it early next week on next week's show. Until next time, folks, adios. See you on the flip side. All good, man. We'll catch you in the Discord.
Peace.